Here's my son to sing about it.
Sing about it.
Kid.
What? You bad daddy Rod.
Free lap dance with new tires.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow, this I think Mr.
This is
Rock
going
will
very
never,
well.
never do another interview with us.
There was this bass player, and he was sitting in a bar, just getting really, really drunk. He was mad at the world.
Yeah.
He had been fired from his latest job, mad at everyone, just angry, drinking. So he leaves the bar. He's very, very drunk. He's walking down the street, and across the street is a nun walking the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the bass player runs across the street, knocks her down, and just starts.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Rodney Carrington is our guest.
I was in Orlando, Florida here recently. I went to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
I spent $3,000. I stood in line for 14 hours and rode 3 rides.
Wow.
Not real sure, but I think I got screwed on that deal. My ass was a little sore when I left the Magic Kingdom that afternoon. Also, went to a little, can you say bar?
Show.
Yeah. We went to a place down there called the Booby Trap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Let
that's
me tell you,
famous.
that's exactly what the hell that was. A booby trap. And I tell you, I've never been so happy to see a place in all my life. The building is in the shape of 2 big old boobies. You know? and it's like a Wizard of Oz for grown men. You know, we pulled up to it. I just got out of the truck. I skipped up to the door. Little midget answered. He said, "Can I help you?" I said, "We're here to see the wizard. Is she here?" Oh, by God, she was, too. She had 2 big old friends with her, and I kind of like that. You know, I tell you, you know one thing you can't do is lie to your woman when you've been to a bar. You can't do it. You can't do it. Where you been? Bar. How much money did you spend? $9,000. Where's the car? They got that too. Where's your clothes? Hell, I don't know. Who's she? Hell, I thought she was you. You become dumber than hell, don't you? Then later on, it'll all clear off. You know, y'all be laying in bed together, and she'll ask you, "Well, did you like it?" Oh God, no, it was awful. Oh, big, tall, blonde, big women, I damn near threw up in it. The whole time I was in there, I was thinking about you. I love you, baby. They got a place where I live in Tulsa. There's a bar that'll come get you if you need a ride. They got like a little truck. Got 2 big old on top, sirens. They'll pull up in your driveway. Truck. No, she's here. Pull around the block and I'll run through the houses.
Let's get ready to rumble. Is that how it goes?
No, I forget how that's not it, really.
That's how it goes. I didn't sound
I'm
menacing.
kind of liking the new Josh haircut thing, though.
I do too. The bushier, the better.
It's going to look a little more Larry Fine than Mad Scientist, but I like it. Could you go with a full Larry Fine?
Probably.
Because you're fading a little on top, kind of a Bozo the Clown, but a little more kinky.
Well, I think...
Good morning, Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, sorry. Are we on the air?
It's May 19th, 2020. We're here live. The quarantine continues. And this is the Bob and Tom Show. Hello. The bigger question in the studio is, how's Tom's hair doing? Christy, can you see the back of it from where you are?
Oh, it's flipping way up. It's great.
It's got the Marlo Thomas flip. In the back.
Oh, that girl.
Oh, yeah.
From that girl.
Sure does.
Yeah. Donald Hollinger.
Oh, speaking of great TV,
That girl.
classic characters. God, we lost one of the iconic characters
Fred Willard?
of all time. No, the great Ken Osmond, Eddie Haskell.
Oh, yeah,
That's
Eddie
a
Haskell.
beautiful casket you have, Eddie.
Oh,
Someone had to say it.
Somebody had to say it. Might as well have been me.
thank you, Mr. McGee.
I haven't gotten a good piece of hate mail in a long time.
Oh, I got 2 good ones yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
See,
What'd you get hate mail for?
well, people
Probably
don't-
something we said.
No, something I said. People not clear on, for example, if you ever watch All in the Family, the actor who portrays Archie Bunker really doesn't think that way, you see.
Oh, I see.
But everyone doesn't quite get it. Sorry. Let's see, where was I?
I got some email this morning that they have a pet duck.
Well, could we stick with one topic just for 10 seconds? I'd like to respectfully say goodbye to Ken Osmond, who portrayed the great Eddie Haskell.
He died Monday at the age of 76.
He was a guest in the studio with us.
No kidding.
He was also he became a police officer. LAPD actually
sure
was
did.
injured, was shot.
Hey, man, get off me, Eddie Haskell.
But Eddie was I think a really great character because he portrayed an aspect of being a kid that wasn't really talked about much because he was the big fraud. He was very two-faced. He would say, "Oh, Mrs. Cleaver, you look so nice," and as soon as she left the room, they would change plans. You know.
Did you know that he was only supposed to be in one episode?
Yeah.
And the character was so great that they brought him back for almost half.
Yeah, like the Fonz.
And Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
A character comes and people like it so much.
Did I do that?
They all love to hate him.
Oh,
Eddie
he was a nice
Haskell.
guy, Ken Osmond. But I'm sure that, as Chick said, someone will have to say that.
It's a lovely casket, Mr. Haskell. Mr. Osmond. He was a member of the Osmonds, right?
No, it's spelled different.
Different family. But we'll be hearing about that. We have also what now?
Oh, it is
This
the same.
lady got a pet duck.
Yeah.
And not only does its appearance remind her of Tom with the feathers, feathers at the back of the head like that.
Yeah.
But it also squawks around and struts around like it owns the yard. So so they said, well, we had to name it Tom. So
Thank you
there
very
it is.
much.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to get the quaff.
Oh, no, don't
cut
mess
back.
with it. No.
Let it go.
See how long it'll go.
No.
That's what I'm doing.
Looks totally ridiculous. I'm
Yeah,
not-
go, Josh.
There'll never be another chance for me to do this. I won't have another excuse like this.
Right.
And
But
everybody
in your case, I think you've got to go full Larry Fine because
Everybody
your hair is kind of kinky once it grows out, and Larry had the kind of Bozo the Clown,
Right.
long on the sides but nothing on top look.
Yeah.
Which, as you know, I have a cultural theory about this that some will I'm sure be upset by, but I contend that the so-called Afro hairstyle of the late 60s went away because a lot of the guys that were Black Panthers, et cetera, when they grew it out, if they started going bald, they looked like a Black Bozo the Clown or a Black Larry Fine, and it just wasn't cool anymore.
A brozo, if you will.
Yes. It just, you can't... Kay Eldridge, he started laughing when you see the weird fro because
Right.
that's why they go away, seriously. And then we have...
this is the perfect opportunity. You wouldn't have to explain that much to people. You just say, quarantine, can't get a haircut. You wouldn't have to, go through a big
It's a problem.
explanation. What do you mean? With the ladies?
The lady doesn't like
There
it.
may be an issue.
The
here.
ladies?
Oh, okay.
My 7-year-old.
Can't she just reach around and
in
grab
the middle
it?
of dinner, tried to get a rubber band and put it on a ponytail.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So maybe I could do kind of a. Remember when we recreated Mount Rushmore?
Sure.
And I portrayed George Washington.
Sure do.
But I really
He
can't
had a
do Washington.
ponytail.
But I'd have to do more of a skullet thing.
Ben Franklin type.
Yeah.
Tom, your stylist shop is open again, so.
I'm aware of that. I think I'll be.
Good luck getting an appointment.
Yeah, that's true. I heard about that.
I know people, so we'll get into that. Now, we had an incident in the show yesterday.
Presidents. Ben Franklin,
Oh, certainly at the top. Yeah.
Top 3
Franklin.
presidents who?
Ben Franklin, he said.
Harry Truman,
Yeah.
and Adley Stevenson. There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Top three presidents. I'm madly for Adley. Okay, back to you. Are you
There
going
was an incident in the show yesterday.
Were you talking banjos?
Yes, let's introduce everybody first off. We have Pat Godwin is plugged in over there. I can see him on the TV screen. Once again, we're socially distancing. Just 4 of us in this room. Ace, our engineer, Chick McGee, of course, at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. And yes, Crazy Cock Wine is a real thing. It's not just some silly thing we made up like Dickens cider.
Right.
Which, by the way, we made up 30 years ago. And I know there's one now, but we were there first. Let's see now. There's Josh Arnold over there.
Hi.
The very fancy orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. And then we have over there Christy Lee.
Hi.
When I say over there, I mean in the next room behind the glass
Over there.
in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Now, the incident yesterday, we got a really great letter from a guy who was driving from somewhere in Ohio to greater
Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee, to help out his friend at his banjo shop.
No, his friend had the mandolin shop.
The mandolin. Okay, he
had
has the banjo shop. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
So we got talking banjos to some degree in any event. And I'm going to play what happened. Mr. Godwin inserts himself.
feel
and
terrible about
violates one of
Oh, you
the,
shouldn't.
Violates one of the fundamental rules of radio, which you'll see right now. Here we go. It's very short.
I am
Well-
legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if.
How did that happen?
My dad died.
In some ways, Josh is just as guilty. He could have not said that he acquired the banjo when his father died
Right.
last year. And but no, you
No.
brought it up, and
And casually.
And
Sure.
Yeah.
So
That's what happened.
Yeah, you asked. What do you want him to do? Lie about it?
yeah, that would have been maybe the way to go.
Oh, I'm a terrible liar.
Not
so.
suck the
You would have
comedy
known
out of the room.
Would have known I was lying.
Let's try it again. And we've got a little tag on it now, so it makes it go a little bit better.
I am
Well-
legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if.
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh,
Thanks. There you go. ties it right up. So again, we were just trying to.
Very nice.
So a guy wrote us a nice letter saying, "Hey, I enjoy listening to you guys while I'm doing this 4.5-hour drive, going to help out his buddy."
Yeah.
And
Turned into banjo talk.
turned into banjo talk.
Oh, I'd listen to that on NPR.
Banjo talk?
Hell yeah.
Now,
You get clock and plink.
I was asking what banjos, because there are some really good rock songs that have banjo in them, and someone suggested this one to me because, of course, it involves.
There is.
Is that Bernie playing that? I assume, but there you go. So there's some great
There's
banjo
one.
moments.
Sorry.
Matchbox 20 had a big hit with a song called Unwell.
Unwell,
it's
yeah.
lead banjo, man.
There you go.
in the summertime has banjo, right?
Does it? Oh, yeah.
In the summertime.
Is that considered somewhat of a novelty song in the summertime?
It was a huge
Sort of,
hit.
yeah.
It was, yeah.
Is that Mungo Jerry?
Mungo Jerry.
Yeah.
I love that song.
And I believe didn't you meet Mungo
No,
Jerry?
of course he
Yeah,
did.
he's a piece of work.
Oh, amazing adventure.
He wanted
At Godwin.
incredible
he-
life.
We did the backing for In the Summertime just to get him to sing it. He sang it, then he wanted $3,000.
Oh, jeez.
That's the kind of.
Well,
yeah.
it's what
It's his
the
only
only
hit.
product he has is Mungo Jerry. You would deny him an honest wage?
Now, if you're not familiar with the song, I think you'll remember it when
My
you hear it.
favorite
Here we
lyric
go.
is.
Oh, sure. Yes.
I
Hey,
love
listen,
that.
that's great though. That's
Yeah,
rock and roll.
that's
I mean,
right.
you look at Weep Bop a Loop Bop a Lop Bam Boom or whatever the hell it was. Here we go.
harmonic instrument there.
The banjo?
It sounds like it to
Let me
me.
listen again. I'd
Sounded
never
like
noticed.
keyboard to me.
Yeah, I think it's a keyboard.
No, I hear it in there now.
Did the Beatles ever have any band?
I don't think so.
That's banjo.
My head.
Dean is the banjo expert. Ask him.
Now, did the Beatles ever use a banjo? Well, that's a great question.
Is it
I don't,
really?
I don't know.
Have to have used it at some
Wasn't
point.
Paul McCartney famous for saying the best sound a banjo makes is when an accordion hits it when it's in a dumpster?
No, he would appreciate the.
Okay, sorry.
Well, John Lennon started off on the banjo, but I don't think he ever played it on a song.
Didn't John Lennon say he's an artist? Give me a tuba and I'll get something out of it.
Yeah,
right?
he said something like that.
Okay, well, that's very nice.
There's a book about him saying something like that, I think.
He liked to put his head in the bell of a tuba.
Didn't
and
John Lennon also
and
say-
Yoko?
Yeah.
It reminded him of
She's
Exactly.
yodeling in a
Big bell,
canyon. Yeah, we
bell
get it.
sort of
Gigantic.
throat like a tuba.
Right, right.
And not her throat.
Against
Okay.
stereotype.
All right.
Pussy king, pussy, pussy king.
Where'd that come from?
Pussy king, pussy,
Go, man, go. Yeah.
Watch this, watch this. It's the medley now.
That really takes off now.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a solo in there. This all started with, of
knows
course,
I'm the Pussy
with Tiger King, and then of course we have
Wow.
Larry King. There will be a new one tomorrow. There's
What?
a new episode tomorrow of the saga of the Tiger King song.
Oh, okay.
Got a lot coming up. You want to give me the sports teaser?
We've got the newest dreamboat in the world of politics. Of course, Christy knows all about California Governor Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom?
He's dreamy, people. He's
That's
got
in
some
sports?
He's got some virus news and some sports news in California. Yes.
He's going to, quit being governor and start playing ball?
The NFL is amending the Rooney Rule because they don't have enough controversy. We had some good ratings for
Rooney?
that. Rooney had some good ratings for that golf game. Dream Team sneakers up for auction. The big dance, of course, in the aftermath, and more episodes coming because there's a good thing, and we're going to milk it until there's nothing left. And
the last answer.
Have you ever wondered about
what they're going to do is they're going to put Michael Jordan in a stadium and release tigers from the Tiger King. And merge the two. See if a 3-point shot will.
Wondering about
some ancient Rome type stuff.
With the virus, you're probably wondering about the state of cricket. Well, we'll put your mind at ease coming up.
Thanks very much. Times are weird right now, if nothing else. And one of the things you want to avoid is unnecessary trips to the store. At least we can get out and do a few things. But how about getting a great shave and not having to go to the drugstore and get behind Coffee McPlague there in line and getting a razor sent right to you? Harry's, you know the story of Harry's. It's a grooming par excellence. Is that how you say that, Brent?
Something like that.
The point is, I'm a big fan of Harry's razors. They're about $2 cheaper than the other refills, and they've got the best deal out there. A couple guys said, why are we paying so much for razors? We don't need the fancy ball. We don't need to put a battery in it so it shakes like we have a palsy. No, they got the best razors out there. Now they have the best offer because they're going to deliver it right to your house. I'm talking about going to harrys.com, use the code Bob and Tom, or return to the essential. What do you get? Well, you get the razor with the brilliantly weighted handle. It's a really great design. Plus, you get the foaming shave gel, the travel cover for $3. Then they'll ship it to you. What does the shipping cost, Josh?
It's free.
Did you hear what Josh just said? Free shipping.
Free.
$3, free shipping. The code is Bob and Tom at harrys.com. They've knocked $5 off the trial set. And if you like Harry's, like I said, they deliver it right to your house. You can sign up for a program where they'll deliver some razors to you, and you set it up however you want, so you don't even have to think about razors anymore. Oh, the new one came. Must be time to change it. That's how simple this is. It's a great program, a great idea, simplicity itself. Harrys.com. The code is Bob and Tom. Use that. It helps us. It helps you. It helps them. Harrys.com. The code is Bob and Tom. Once again, $3. Free shipping, the razor, the weighted handle, the foaming shave gel, the travel cover. Harrys.com, and Bob and Tom is the code. Also coming up in the news, some very exciting stuff, including Krispy Kreme donuts, what not to do at a party.
All right.
It involves shooting yourself in the penis.
Oh, yeah.
That's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Tuesday. It is May 19th on the way this morning on the Bob and Tom Show. Some great guests. Economologues with Kostaki Economopoulos, the biggest name in comedy, via Zoom. And also, we'll catch up with actor Luke Wilson via Zoom later this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Thanks for joining us. Yes, we are here live. It is Tuesday, May 19th. And we couldn't do it without you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. This Is Us stars Mandy Moore and Justin Hartley will co-host NBC's Red Nose Day. It's a special to raise money and awareness for kids in need. The network's 6th annual event will include musical performances, sketches, and short films that shows how donations are used to help kids living in poverty in America and other countries. The special airs on Thursday and also includes musical artists John Legend, Kelly Clarkson, Sam Smith, James Taylor, and many more. He was good at being bad, at least as bad as one could be in a sitcom from the late 50s, early 60s. The actor who played Eddie Haskell on Leave It to Beaver has died. Ken Osmond was 76. His character was to have been a one-off as a pal to Tony Dow's Wally, Beaver's older brother. But he was so good at causing trouble for his peers while ingratiating himself to adults, he ended up in nearly half the episodes. Osmond, however, so linked to the character of Eddie, he had trouble getting other roles and eventually became a Hollywood police officer. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Yeah, we had a guy that was he would win a lot. And he pointed out that he was blind.
Oh, my God.
He mentioned something about when he could see. So I made the mistake of saying, you were able to see at one point. What happened? Now, that was my mistake.
Yeah. Well, what happened?
Well, he explained that he had blinded himself with an ice pick.
Oh. He said it in the same tone as Tom just said it.
And there's really no recovering from that.
No,
we were sitting
there's
here.
nowhere to go.
I mean, did you say, well, why'd you do that?
No.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy. There are things you never say when a man is nude.
I didn't mean to laugh.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Can you help me find it?
There are things you never say to a naked dude.
Does that thing come with an air pump? I thought you said you had smallpox.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
You call that fun size?
There are some things you should never say.
But your feet are so big.
Aw, that's cute.
Hang on, I'll get my tweezers.
Aw, it's like a little light switch.
Am I being punked? Did you fall asleep in a freezer?
It's a good thing you're rich.
Well, at least this drink is stiff. For a second there, I thought you had a third nipple.
I didn't know they could be innies.
Well, this explains your big car.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Wow, your boobs are bigger than mine.
There are things you never say when a man is nude.
This explains why you're still single.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Thanks, I could use a toothpick.
There are things you never say to a naked dude.
We'd better turn out the lights. I think I'm gonna need to finish off that bottle of tequila.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
I just went on a date with one girl, and she was wearing a skirt and a pair of jeans under the skirt. Like she was trying to say, hey, Matt, here's two things you're not getting into tonight.
How about you? 621 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Let's get it going, baby.
Getting it on is what we do.
That's right.
Doesn't really have the punch of let's get it on, does it?
Getting it on is what we do.
Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sadly, it'll be another rainy day today with a high of 66. Rain ends overnight cloudy down to 52, then cloudy tomorrow 65. 59 right now.
Okay, thanks very much, Christy Lee. You just heard us talking about a virtual Miller Lite Carb Day. And we'll see what happens down the road when it's time for the real Carb Day. But it looks like we will get a race in this year. We would have had it looks like the weather would have been really good for the race this Sunday.
Yeah.
Would it be okay? Just
slight chance of a thunderstorm. That's
okay,
it.
just checking.
20%.
Hey, welcome back. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. Today, the 19th of May, 2020. The semi-quarantine continues, and we are up and running with Chick McGee over there at the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. We're going to head over there. First off, there's Ace. There's Pat Godwin in the next room.
Hey, Pat.
Hey. We're going to get a song out of Pat here coming up shortly. And Josh Arnold is over there. That's Christy in the next room. We call it the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. This is Tom speaking. Welcome back. We have a couple things in sports, but I do have a slight update.
On.
Banjo talk from yesterday.
Yes.
Again, we always love getting your letters. And we got a letter from a guy who was on a long drive.
Do we, though?
Going to help his buddy at the mandolin store. He was at the banjo store.
Yep.
And this led to this somewhat brief discussion. We found out something about Josh. We did not know that Josh is the owner of a banjo. And Pat, well, here's the actual audio.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if.
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Thanks. There you go. Which led to a discussion of great songs with banjos in them.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the Eagles' Take It Easy was one of them. And then this classic, Mungo Jerry. Paul King on the banjo.
How about that?
I think he played the jug, too, on that.
Oh, Paul did?
All right.
Okay.
He went to the conservatory for jug.
Oh, wow.
Pussy, pussy king. Pussy
Paul
king.
King,
Pussy,
Paul
pussy
This is the
king.
new extended version.
Everybody knows I'm the pussy.
Yeah, baby.
How do you stop this thing? Okay, sorry. Yeah, Paul King on banjo and jug, actually, yes. And, of course, Mungo Jerry. One of the classics. No, I'm sorry. We can...
Were you one of those people when they got the album, they, like, picked out their favorite song, and then you ran to, see who played what and how long they played it? And then
sure.
If they switched back to somebody else, and then...
You'd read the credits.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't do that, or you just
I just like the
rolling J's on the
that's
album
chic.
to clear the seeds from your reefer.
And we called them Jays and Reefers. Yep,
Yeah.
we sure did. We got beat up a lot, but still. All right. California Governor, sexiest man alive, Gavin Newsom, has given the go-ahead for professional sports teams in that state to play, but without spectators very soon, he says. Democratic governor said yesterday that sports could return in the first week or so of June without spectators and modifications and very prescriptive conditions. This is extremely welcome news for teams, of course, wondering if they would have to make any contingency plans to play elsewhere. L.A. County officials said last week possible that their stay-at-home order could be extended, though, through the summer.
Now, yesterday you had the story about the soccer match where they had the sex dolls in the stands.
Yeah.
Well, there's been...
An update?
There's somewhat of an update.
Okay.
There's, I believe...
In Korea, they were accused of it, right?
Yeah.
There's been a South Korean soccer club has apologized for putting what appeared to be sex dolls in the
I'm
stands.
looking at the picture. Have you seen these, Josh?
No. Do they look like sex dolls?
Yeah.
At first, they said, "Well, that's ridiculous. We did not put sex dolls in the
Right.
stands." But is it painfully obvious? That
Yeah. And this one, I'm surprised if there were helium in there, she'd float up. What's the phrase you can't use? Boobs up.
Very,
if
very
you will.
large.
They're rather a lot of oxygen in there.
Prior to FC Seoul's first match this past Sunday, a company called Dalcom offered to fill the stadium's empty seats with 28 female and 2 male mannequins. FC Seoul insisted they were so-called premium mannequins rather than sex dolls. Do they have clothes on?
Yes. But they also have masks on.
Oh my gosh!
Some of them.
So yeah,
But
so you can't.
Are
see
you looking
them.
at the same photograph?
I am looking
the
at the
one on
same
the upper
photograph.
right clearly has the big
Yeah.
mouth thing going.
Ah, boy.
They finally did admit they came from a supplier that does produce sex toys. Fans watching the K-League soccer match noticed that the fake spectators looked like sex dolls, and some were advertising explicit websites, even though pornography is banned.
And they're all women.
In
That
South
should have been a
Korea.
hint.
Yeah,
Pornography bandits.
Yeah, of course. The fans are watching. Hey, what's a common Korean name for men?
Lee.
Hey, Lee, it looks like your mom finally made it out to a match. Oh, look, she's got a foot-long hot dog in her mouth.
There you go.
Oh.
That really jumped up a notch.
The funny part about this is the soccer team insists that the sex dolls were so-called premium mannequins.
Yeah.
Not sex dolls. That's what you tell your wife. Hey, honey, I got a premium mannequin. It's a Susie Suckathon.
Whose job was it to make sure? Because their arms are in different positions, so somebody had to go through the stands.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them standing up with their arms up.
Right.
Does it look
Like they're doing the wave.
Right.
According to the story, there were only 28 of them.
Oh, it looks like more.
Well, they're all in
really?
this photograph.
How full could it look? I mean,
No, they're socially distanced.
Yeah. Remember, they're plastic dolls.
Wow.
They're Asian sex dolls, by the way. Make that quite clear. They have different. Well, they have a particular look.
Oh, okay.
The morphology of the. Never mind. Sorry.
Sure.
the return of live golf to TV had a total audience delivery of 2.35 million. Rory and Dustin defeated Ricky Fowler and Matt Wolf in the tailor-made driving relief. Exhibition raised over $5.5 million for relief funds. NBC Sports says the total audience delivery is 16% higher than the final of the Dell Match Play last year in Texas. And you remember Dell Match Play, everyone in the tournament had to be named Dell at some point. A lot of dealers from Vegas were playing in this golf match. It used that as a comparison because only 4 players were on the course. It was roughly the same as network coverage of PGA Tour events from the second quarter of 2019, for those of you who want to dig that deep into it. And sneakers worn by Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Scottie Pippen while they played for the Dream Team are being auctioned. The sneakers, each signed by the Hall of Fame wearer, are part of the 2020 Spring Classic auction that runs through June 19th. A portion of the proceeds from the sale of sneakers go to COVID relief. Jordan, Johnson, and Pippen wore the sneakers during the Tournament of Americas, which the U.S. team won to qualify for the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona. And I believe a pair of Jordan sneakers just went for an amazing $560,000 at an auction a couple of days ago.
Don't wear them in the rain.
Game-worn.
Don't wear them, period.
I think that's like when you were a kid and you had that Vic Davalio autographed baseball. And one day it was raining and you ended up playing with that one and it goes down the sewer. You suppose the guy that buys the $500,000 Jordans one day goes, Jesus, I don't have any shoes. Oh, wear the Jordans. Who's got that kind of money to piss away, by the way?
Dude, I don't know.
That's crazy. Oh, well.
When Johnson wore him, he didn't have any cuts or anything on his ankles, did he?
Is this a joke coming?
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily want to.
Wow.
He's got to be careful.
I have a pair of Art Monk cleats. Hall of Fame wide receiver of the Washington Redskins, Art Monk.
Put those up for auction. See if you can clear $10.
Nike. I'm not done talking. They have Nike tops and Adidas soles. That's the way he liked to wear them.
No
That's
kidding.
Right. Yeah.
Really?
And he had a Nike shoe deal, so he had to have Nikes on top. But
So who did that
they
for
were
him?
Adidas. I would imagine the equipment guy. I would think.
He had to.
There are some things like that in sports.
Yeah,
where
Hey, do you have any an enema bag in there? I need a coffee enema to wake up from this boring discussion about rich jackasses in their shoes.
Trying to get away from Magic Johnson having a cut, possibly.
I am legitimately now the owner
that you
of a
want to
banjo.
buy, and you want to be careful.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Banjo?
Is that right? Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if.
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Wait a second. Now, hang on. Now, Pat,
Why would you feel terrible?
Pat, do you have a tribute to the banjo?
Is that right?
Never ask a question you don't know the answer to, and I feel so bad. I wrote a song quickly yesterday, and last night I just slaved over it.
Okay.
This is called Josh Got a Banjo. Oh, Josh got a banjo when his daddy died, but he can't bear to play it. Heaven knows he tried. Every time he tries to practice, he just breaks down and cries. Josh got a banjo when his daddy died.
Is there a funny part to this, or are we just going to suffer?
Right there in the will it said, what? Right there in the will it said, Banjo Josh. He didn't get the car or the Macintosh. He would have preferred his dad's freezer full of Tombstone pizza pie.
There we go.
But Josh got a banjo when his daddy died. You got to set things up, Tom.
Yes, Tom, you know that.
But it just sits in the case. Josh says it's too heavy, both figurative and literally. He would have rather got the Chevy. Oh, but Josh got a banjo, and he can't play a lick. He should learn some Sean Morey and piss off chick. He thinks the Orange Blossom Special is something that is fried. It's not? No. Oh, Josh got a banjo when his daddy died.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
All right. Now, your assignment for tomorrow is to have Dean bring in his banjo and see if he can... a
little banjo
if he can add a little banjo to that.
That'd be great.
Then we can do it. That was nice. Thank you, Pat. A little tribute to Josh's dad, who was a great American, Vietnam combat veteran, a great guy. Sorry that he's gone, and left you his banjo. But he didn't really specify that you were to take. You just walked in his apartment and grabbed it.
I think it's very nice that Josh and his brothers could figure out an arrangement without some sort of fist fight breaking out. Who gets the banjo? I think that might be the regular situation.
Yeah, who wants the banjo? I'll take it.
Yeah, something important like a banjo.
It actually, it did work out really well. Everybody just kind of went, I'll have that. Yeah.
There were no fights.
No.
Nobody tried to crawl in the casket or anything?
No.
I'm not gonna save you. I'm gonna
Started screaming and yelling. Hey, speaking of
Eddie Haskell died. You heard that? Ken Osmond.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah. Well, Mrs. Cleaver, that is a nice casket.
That's a nice black dress. Hey, the final episodes of The Last Dance have aired.
You know something? If you're talking about banjos, I think we really have
he
to.
He doesn't want to talk about this Last Dance.
It's so boring.
Everybody in the United States of America has watched it.
It's the new Tiger King.
It is so good.
New Tiger King. Everybody is talking about
Tomorrow he'll read an article about how 30 million people watched it.
He'll go to a party, talk to a doctor who thinks it's fantastic, and he'll come in tomorrow and go, have you seen this Last Dance?
Did you hear about this Last Dance? Yeah.
I'm fully aware that it's. I'm fully aware that it's very popular. I still don't care. Michael Jordan could jump out of an airplane without a parachute. I wouldn't read the story. I don't care about it.
Millions of people do care.
What would we have if we did everything?
They can change the channel and watch the stupid show.
Oh, wait a minute. That's what we do anything.
Tom, tonight on ABC at 8 o'clock, it's After the Dance with Stephen A. Smith.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
I'm holding my breath.
You like Steve?
Wait for him. I like him. There's nothing to really opine about right now, except for games that are long over. But one thing we can do is play a little bit of banjo with Sean Morey.
Son of a...
She said, "You look handsome today, dear." He heard, "I just bought something really expensive." He said, "Are you having an affair?" She heard, "'Cause I am, and it's great." She said, "Do I look fat in these pants?" He heard, "Do you ever want to have sex again?" He said, "You look great in those pants." She heard, "I am totally trained." She said, "It was fun visiting your mother." He heard, "You owe me big time." He said, "I bought you something from Victoria's Secret." She heard, "And could you wear this bag over your head too?" She said, "Was it good for you?" He heard, "'Cause I hope someone had fun." She said, "We need to talk." He heard, "You need a lawyer." He said, "Would you mind squeezing the toothpaste from the bottom?" She heard, "Do you mind living with an anal retentive neurotic?" She said, "You were snoring again last night." He heard, "Do you have to breathe?" He said, "I'm thinking about buying a motorcycle." She heard, "I'm in the mood for a big fight." She said, "Would you go clothes shopping with me?" He heard, "Can I pull your fingernails out with pliers?" He said, "I thought our waitress was very nice." She heard, "I'll be thinking about her during sex." She said, "This commercial is so beautiful." He heard, "I'm getting my period." He said, "Let's try something new tonight." She heard, "Let's see if you're double jointed."
Wrap it up.
She said, "Do you mind not watching football?" He heard, "Do you mind if I chop off your..."
Can't say balls?
Apparently not.
Said. He did not say balls. Why don't you just keep it to yourself? Oh. Thank you very much. That's Sean there on the banjo. Coming up, we'll find out about the exciting Michael Jordan life story. What a great guy he is.
Do you live in fear?
Walks on water.
Do you live in fear? He told Reggie Miller he's the Black Jesus. You don't talk to the Black Jesus like that. That's what Reggie said during the documentary that you're not watching.
In the documentary, do they tackle the Space Jam years?
Yes, they do.
God,
okay,
wait,
yeah.
Hey, do you
tie
live
me to a chair, turn that on, I'd close my eyes.
Do you live in Tom, do you live in fear of your
all
car?
the time.
Of your car breaking down?
Oh,
well,
who doesn't?
Don't. It's more
It's
of
not a car, it's a computer. It's a
darn right
computer
it
on
is.
wheels. I have no idea how to fix it.
Electronically controlled transmissions, touchscreen displays, sensors, acres and
Many
acres
sensors.
of sensors. You can't fix, and you don't know what happens. You can't fix them yourself anymore. So when something does break, not if, but when, it could cost you a fortune, and now's not the time for expensive repairs with, the world ending and all. That's why we recommend CarShield, affordable protection plans that can save you thousands for a covered repair, including those computers, those GPS, those electronics, and more. And CarShield has options the others don't. You get to choose your favorite mechanic or dealership to do the work, and CarShield takes care of the rest. You just sit back and relax. They also have 24/7 roadside assistance that's complimentary and a rental car while yours is being fixed. CarShield helped over 1 million customers, and you can drive with confidence. Don't live in fear, knowing you've got coverage from America's #1 auto protection provider. For as low as $99 a month, protect yourself from surprises and save thousands for a covered repair.
Do you know their 24/7 roadside assistance is complimentary and complimentary?
That's right.
They go, hey, this is free, and you're very handsome.
You look very nice today, Mrs. Cleaver.
Exactly. Yeah.
800-CAR-6000. Call 800-CAR-6000. Mention the code TOM or visit carshield.com and use that code TOM to save 10%. That's carshield.com. Use the code TOM. A deductible may apply.
Coming up, we have Michael Jordan.
Michael
news.
Jordan, baby.
And dogs in puberty.
Oh.
And more music from Mr. Godwin over there. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Check out the Bob and Tom Show app and let your voice be heard. Our contact info is right there.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
All right, on the way on a Tuesday morning, the Economonologues with Kostaki Economopoulos. And later this morning, we'll catch up with actor Luke Wilson, both via Zoom, socially distancing here at the Bob and Tom Show. As always, at least over the last few weeks, glad to be here for you. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Hope you had a great Monday as well. And don't forget, every dollar spent in the Bob and Tom store for the foreseeable future goes directly to feeding America. Buy now and buy often. Go to bobandtomstore.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee, and this is your Bob and Tom Sports Update. California Governor Gavin Newsom has given the go-ahead for professional sports teams in the state to play without spectators soon. The governor said yesterday that sports could return in the first week or so of June without spectators and modifications and very prescriptive conditions. It's extremely welcome news for teams who are wondering if they would have to make contingency plans to play elsewhere. The return of live golf to television had a total audience delivery of 2.35 million viewers. Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson defeated Ricky Fowler and Matthew Wolff in the tailor-made driving relief. The exhibition raised at least $5.5 million for virus relief funds. NBC Sports says the total audience delivery 16% higher than the final of the Dell match play last year in Texas. And a move to ban the use of saliva to shine a cricket ball because of the danger of transmitting COVID may force bowlers to relearn or reinvent one of the sport's most prized but least understood skills. The International Cricket Council's Cricket Committee, comprising a roll call of former top players, has recommended on medical advice that spit polishing the ball during matches should be prohibited while the coronavirus pandemic persists. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and
I
Tom.
think it'd be hard to learn the banjo by yourself.
Yeah,
I think that would be the only way to learn the banjo.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if.
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So I took his banjo.
Pat, go ahead. Do it again.
Josh, why do you have a banjo?
My dad died, and so I took his banjo. Trust me, there's no one laughing harder than my dad.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Sex is so prevalent in our society that nobody mentions what happens if you keep having it. You know, that I think every porno movie should end with Hypatia Lee giving birth to triplets. You know, just as a disclaimer, you know. So everybody knows, you know, what you get, you know. But I'm a stepfather, too. Which I've been for a few years now. And if you're not a step-parent, you know, you don't realize the warmth and rewards that you get for the warm, loving feeling. And it's, I hate you. Okay, here's some more money. You know, you're not like my real dad. You know, that's right. You can find me. You know, track down your real deadbeat dad and have him pay for these Barbie accessories, you know.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, hello there, Sonny. This is Morgan Freeman.
Hi,
Morgan.
On a payphone from Shawshank today.
Oh, yeah?
How are things in prison?
Oh, fine. Thank you very kindly.
You getting some nice fall colors?
Oh, we enjoy the colors in the fall, Sonny.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I get worried. You know, they have that whole that sad thing out there.
Heard you talking about bull riding. All of this reminds me of my good friend Andy Dufresne.
Oh, yeah?
Now, I can't imagine how bull riding works on the outside, Sonny. Or maybe I just don't want to. But here on the inside, from what I've heard from Andy, it's not the 8 seconds that he's worried about.
No?
Is it the 8 inches?
Here in prison, it's not even called bull riding.
No, what's it called?
Where the queens dress up in longhorns, chase Andy, and play a game called Steer the Queer.
I'll be damned.
That was the longest night of his life.
Naturally.
Get busy living and get busy dying. Thank you, that guy.
Yeah, I heard it. I'm just moving on. Bye, Mark.
There's a lady in town. She's an Orthodox Jew. And she needs to buy bread that is unleavened.
Hey, 646 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Let's get an update on the forecast from Miss Christy Lee.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to like it much. Rain today with a high of 66. Rain ends overnight, though. Cloudy down to 52, and then cloudy and 65 on Wednesday. Right now we have 59 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. By the way, if a lot of you doing some homeschooling, I'd like you to homeschool that Alexa thing over there. I'd say, Miss Alexa.
What did she do?
Well, you can teach her to play the Bob and Tom Show.
Of course.
Miss Alexa, can you play Q95 on iHeartRadio, please? And then if she says, well, I'd rather not, then we'll just get out the sledgehammer, bitch. We'll see who's in charge now.
Don't call your Alexa bitch, okay?
She doesn't like it.
That escalated. I'm sorry. I may have had too much caffeine. Got my new coffee over here.
Good stuff.
Oh, it's good. Isn't that good stuff?
Yeah. Like it.
There's Pat Godwin over there. He's all coffeeed up. That's what we need.
You're the one to talk.
Just talking to Dean off the air. We learned the sad news that when Josh's dad died, he left Josh a banjo. And it's so sad that your dad didn't play a late 50s era Fender Sunburst.
Yeah, I could have.
Maybe a Gibson.
Never opened it.
Maybe a Les Paul.
Mint condition.
Never opened in the case. Would have been a really sad death then. See, I'm trying to make it worse.
Yeah. I can tell.
It's working.
Hey,
Josh's dad was a great American.
congratulations.
Josh's dad was a great man. He was a Vietnam combat veteran.
Right.
Badass.
No way to check it.
And he loved this show and he loved this kind of comedy. So
I know.
He took me aside the last time pretty much the only time I talked to him. He said, it's real funny about how your you're acting like I wasn't in Vietnam.
Oh, that's right.
And I started laughing, and he went, it was pretty good.
No, he did think that.
My favorite story is the way your dad tells us they were literally in the jungle, and they're going through these vines, and there are other people hunting them, and then he realizes that some of the vines are actually dangling snakes. So just in case it wasn't bad enough.
No thanks.
Godwin said he would have shot himself in the foot. That is, all right,
I'm out of here. Check, please.
Have you seen Godwin's wood?
But we're talking about
would have to be standing in the same boots. Okay?
Josh's dad, Larry, was a badass, but this is why Larry came up in conversation, the late, great Larry, and I'll play a little bit of yesterday's show. Here we go.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if...
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
You know what? Thanks. By the way, has anybody noticed the Christy Lee, the guffaw?
Yeah, Christy and
Jess.
That's Jess?
Immediately laughing.
Jess.
That's Jess
giggling
like she's watching
I hear
Dave
you.
Chappelle.
I hear you too, Christy.
I was giggling.
I want to listen. Hang on a second. I want to hear the laughter from the ladies.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if...
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
That's just losing it? Okay.
And Christy saying, geez, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's certainly an awkward moment. In any event, I'm
sorry for your loss, Josh.
Oh, I know you all are.
That was like a slow motion moment because I knew where the banjo came from, but before I could say anything, it was like
I just wish that Josh's dad had for some reason owned a 1959 Les Paul or a pre-war Martin D45.
That would have been pretty cool.
I assume those are worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Those are probably worth as much as Michael Jordan's shoes.
I got you.
They're much more valuable.
Would you sell it, Josh, without a second?
The banjo? I think so, because I think it might be worth something. It's got a stamp on the back that says Mel Bay. That might be.
That's interesting.
That's probably worth something, right? Yeah.
I think, Hey, in other sports,
have you ever heard the? Well, because we obviously part of this show is we have to do rather unfortunate obituaries on occasion.
My God.
Some greats have left us. Ken Osmond from Leave It to Beaver, the great Eddie Haskell. To me, a seminal character in American television, up there with Barney Fife and many other greats.
The great Fred Willard passed.
Anything from this century.
Fred Willard passed. What always struck me about Fred Willard was, if you're familiar with his work, Fred was always like a guy that they just found in the street that walked in.
He was so great at that.
He was so non-actor.
Yes, natural.
Just the most, which is the hardest thing to be.
Exactly, yeah.
You could never see him empty because you always thought, oh, this is just some guy they pulled on the set to do this.
Right.
But when the great Mel Bay died, are you familiar with Mr. Bay's work?
Sure,
Christy?
absolutely.
The teacher.
Just because of this place, I've never picked up a guitar or anything.
Okay,
but,
or
yeah.
An average citizen.
Many students of Mel Bay learned through the Mel Bay books.
Yes, I did.
And we actually have this audio from the services for Mr. Bay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Turn the page.
What a loving tribute to Mel Bay.
Yeah, there you go. I'll be getting some of those books. My 7-year-old starts her guitar lessons this week.
Oh, really?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She's a southpaw, so we got her a
lefty
guitar. I picked it up yesterday. Very excited.
You know you can beat that out of them.
What's that now?
You can beat left-handedness out of your kids.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
You have to correct them early.
Yeah.
Break that arm,
Yeah, they beat the left-handedness out of my dad.
Tie the left arm around.
They did.
He was a lefty, and they made him right.
Are you serious?
I bet they slapped him every time. Yeah.
But he would hit and catch like a lefty. He would throw lefty, but they made him learn how to write right-handed back in the day.
Man,
yeah, the same.
But he wasn't much on
the
running.
Same pricks
right?
that are teaching script writing.
Oh, here we go again. No.
He could bat.
Yes, they can't give it up.
Oh, he needed a designated runner, did he?
Yeah, he probably did. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
A little DR. Hey,
Father's Day's coming up, Josh.
Yeah. I guess
Well, all of us.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat.
Everybody.
There we go.
It's going to be a crowded day at the graveyard.
Ace, you got anything out there? Is your father around?
No.
Oh, sorry. Well, I guess we're...
He wasn't around when he was alive.
Oh!
Wasn't around when he was alive.
Way to go, Tom. That's a banjo moment.
Okay, everybody remember that so we don't have to go through it again.
Isolate that.
Anybody got a living father in this building?
In the building?
Yeah, Jeff does.
Mark Allison does.
And he does? Okay,
I
there's
think,
okay,
yeah.
2. Shame these guys aren't on the show right now. Happy Father's Day.
You asked in the building, you dick. They're in the building.
What did you say?
Nothing.
What do we got? We got
the final.
We got 4. We got 5 fathers in the building too. So
yeah,
there you go. Okay, we're good.
1,
All right,
2.
back to Mr. McGee. We have more exciting.
Final episodes of The Last Dance have aired. Shut up! But ESPN has one more program to show about the Bulls.
Thank Christ.
And their 6th championship. ESPN will show Game 6, the movie, tomorrow night at 9. Tonight on ABC at 8. It's Stephen A. Smith's presentation.
So they're going to show a game that's already happened.
Beyond The Last Dance, following tomorrow night, following the rebroadcast of episodes 9 and 10. They will have the game, which will feature game footage captured by 5 NBA entertainment cameras.
Can you bet on it?
It marks the first time that the game has been available to watch in high definition. The Bulls defeated the Jazz 87-86, and Jordan hit the game-winning bucket with 5.2 seconds.
Maybe with your friends you could bet on it.
Yeah, your drunk friend.
Yeah, that don't know any.
Your kids
didn't bet on it.
You didn't watch it, so you don't know.
First time around.
Oh, that'd be great if some dad, hey, son, you want to bet on this?
More Michael Jordan coming up. More cricket. More world records. Yep. Spelling Bee is coming up.
Oh, good.
All sorts of stuff.
All right.
If we can get through without talking about banjos or eagles or dead fathers.
We haven't talked about it. I've got lots of Eagle mail. We'll get to that, too. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
They call him Kostaki Economopoulos, and he'll be along with his economonologues. Yes, he normally focuses on the NFL, but it sort of is the off-season if there is going to be a season. I'm sure we'll touch on some NFL facts with Kostaki, but he also likes to delve into other subjects. I believe last week we covered some sort of interesting animals and their behaviors, and maybe we'll catch up with that again this morning with Kostaki on a Tuesday on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Restaurant owners have given President Donald Trump a dire accounting of the widespread damage the coronavirus pandemic has dealt their industry and have asked him to tweak a loan program for small businesses to address their concerns. The president, meanwhile, put a hopeful spin on their situation, saying encouraging news on vaccines and treatment efforts could negate the bad news. In Hong Kong, tear gas ice cream is a thing for one shop, and far from being a cool treat, it's to remind people of the tear gas police have fired at protesters during months of demonstrations. One customer who has had a taste of the ice cream made with black peppercorns says the flavor is spot on because she has suffered a dose of tear gas. The shop owner says the flavor is a show of support for the pro-democracy movement in Hong Kong. And authorities in the Virginia town of Louisa say a pair of thieves ripped off a convenience store. Security footage shows both of them stealing items, wearing masks made from hollowed-out watermelons. It didn't take long for the police department to put out a call asking the public to track down the two melon heads. You could say the call helped. There was an arrest made shortly thereafter. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Dear Penthouse, I'm a freshman at a small Midwestern university, and I never thought something like this could happen to me. When my teacher with the dynamite asked me to stay after class, and she started to undress, I can't forget the statement she made. If you drop your pants, I'll raise your grade. Dear Penthouse, I'm a seaman first class at an overseas naval base. It's been 7 long months since I've seen a woman's face. When I saw your recent issue, I took a box of Kleenex tissue and I locked the barracks door. Thanks to you, I've gotten a grip. Please excuse my jerky penmanship. I've read every issue since 1974. The first 2 years behind the bathroom door. I poured through every penthouse I could find. Even though my mom said I'd go blind.
Dear Penthouse, doing sports on the radio has always been my job. I've never wanted a man until I noticed Bob. When we're close, I start to perspire. His little bun set my loins on fire. And I dream about the day he'll say, "Chick, let's get undressed." Name and address withheld upon request. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Ed Yeager.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again.
I'm glad football season's almost here. I love football.
I do too.
I was I was in a hotel room, and I was watching a football game, and I opened the drawer, I pull out the Bible, I turned to John 3:16, and it actually says, "Sitteth thee in the end zone with a large sign."
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez. Kostaki Economopoulos is our guest.
A Maryland burglar broke into a house, robbed a couple at gunpoint, and then forced them to play their piano so he could sing along. He was arrested for armed robbery, wanton invasion.
Well, hello. 7:01 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee's back with a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the Car X-Man. Rain today, high 66. Rain ends. Cloudy overnight, down to 52. Cloudy on Wednesday, high 65. 59 now.
Thank you very much. My apologies to Alexa. Alexa, please
There you
play
go.
Q95 on iHeartRadio. Thank you. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. Let's go by designated chair.
Oh.
The sidekick chair is the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair with Josh Arnold doing his best Larry Fine hairdo right now. Trying to grow it out like
I think it looks great.
the Fourth Stooge.
You should see me comb it out. It's
Oh, I'd like to see that.
I will do it.
Do you have a pick?
I don't have a pick. I wonder if
I have one. It's got the fist on it.
Oh, sure.
You could do the Ben Franklin. They call that a skullet.
Skullet? Yeah, okay.
Down to the.
I'm going to try to
down
get a
your
haircut today. I
shoulders?
can't stand it any longer. I'm Christy Lee. That isn't just any chair. That's the Navy Federal Credit Union news chair, and she's in it. McGee, Mr. McGee, is across the way in the crazycockwine.com sports chair.
McGee.
Hey, McGee.
McGee, get in here.
McGee, you've done it again. Oh, that
Ace
was
Cosby
Magoo.
not only is our engineer, Ace is a master of the joke. And we'll have the Ace Cosby joke of the day coming up. And then around the corner where the fudge is made, Christy has designated that the name of that studio where Pat is in a different building. Hi, Pat.
Hi, I have a pick.
A guitar pick.
A guitar pick is totally different.
Is it in the shape of a fist?
Get it, Tom? Get it?
Okay.
Get it? It's a pick.
Now, we promised we have more sports news. Is that correct?
An episode of Michael Jordan's documentary series, The Last Dance, has revealed that the infamous flu game we all know about actually a result of food poisoning.
Huh.
According to Jordan and his friends, he ordered a pizza from a local restaurant the night before Game 5 of the 97 finals between the Jazz and the Bulls. Trainer Tim Grover recalled that 5 men delivered the pizza to Jordan's room and implied that the pizza place may have intentionally made the player ill.
Oh.
They were all standing around looking to see if it was Jordan.
Hey, take a bite.
They go over this in
big one.
the fabulous documentary, The Last Dance, that's airing just wrapped up airing Sunday night on ESPN. Jordan says he woke
guys
up
to deliver one pizza.
He woke up in the middle of the night throwing up left and right. And despite the bout of food poisoning, Jordan scored 38 and made 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals during the game. According to director Jason Heher, well, which is it? Jordan was starving.
He, her, daughter, sister.
He, her. Yeah. Jordan's starving after not having eaten earlier in the evening. To ensure he would not have to share his food, Jordan reportedly spit on the pizza.
Oh.
He wanted to eat it. He was so hungry.
You make $60 million a year. Can't you buy 2 pizzas and give one to your buddies?
Said it's not the only time you could look it up that Michael would spit on food even if he didn't want people to eat it.
What is he, an older brother?
The Big Lead reports other incidents of Jordan spitting on food to avoid sharing with anyone, including an incident he spit on an entire tray of cinnamon rolls.
What a dick.
To
Thank
prevent
you. That's
his
exactly what
security
I was gonna
guards
say.
from taking any.
Not a nice guy.
Yeah, well, then when it's time for security, one of them is going to look the other way. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the guy coming after you. I was looking for some donuts.
Well, it's also revealed in The Last Dance, one of his great friends,
Yeah.
close personal friends, was Gus, one of the security guys. I've lost you, haven't I? And speaking of spitting, that goes right into our cricket story.
Okay.
A move to ban the use of saliva to shine a cricket ball.
Yes.
Because of the danger of transmitting the virus may force bowlers to relearn or reinvent one of the sport's most prized but least understood skills. The ICC, the International Cricket Council, comprised a roll call of former top players, has recommended on medical advice that spit polishing the ball during matches should be prohibited while the virus persists.
But you can still, in San Francisco, you can still get your laundry.
Let's
What?
see here. What are we?
Where are we going with this?
Oh, spit on the line. Ancient
Remember the
Chinese secret?
Remember the ancient Chinese secret commercial? That was a take on a famous.
But I thought the San Francisco thing, we were still spitting on balls, is what I thought.
Yeah.
There was a famous thing in which they'd fill your mouth with water, and then you'd, as you were ironing.
The committee based its
Anyway, they had to
decision.
ban that. You see, it's the same principle, only many years later.
The committee based its decision on evidence from the ICC. Medical Advisory Committee of the elevated risk of the transmission of the virus through saliva. A spitball has long been outlawed in baseball. They're not supposed to do that.
Right.
But you don't know if they do or not. So
But
there
they
you go.
shine it? They would just spit it and rub it
polishing,
in?
evidently, it's a time-honored, continued procedure in cricket.
Okay.
You spit on the ball.
Any sports we care about?
The students who compete, that was just as good as anything you gave me. The students who compete in the Scripps National Spelling Bee prepare for years for an event that only have a few shots at winning. Why is that sentence even in this story?
Well, because
But unlike
you
the
can
Olympics-
you can only do it when you're of a certain grade, right? You've got to be they've got like an 8th grade.
The spelling bee is not postponed. It has been outright canceled. That means a whole class of 8th graders won't be able to compete next year.
It's so weird. This could have easily been done on Zoom.
It could have easily been done.
In 2021, they'll have aged out and not be able to
Well,
participate.
maybe they can make an exception.
Although, you know what? The risk of cheating, I guess, would be high. On Zoom.
Yeah, because you could sit off camera and.
It's still totally pointless.
It's very important. You learn a lot of root words.
Exercise. It's just an exercise in memorization.
I was heartbroken. I don't know.
Of words that no one ever used.
I don't know how we got well, you were even doing this.
The only advantage is you'll be able to kill at Scrabble the rest of your life.
Simone
Destroy
Kaplan.
your friends. That is so a word.
Simone Kaplan.
Look it up.
Yeah. One of the 8th graders and last year's runner-up in the B told Vice News, I'm heartbroken about not being able to participate.
Oh, Vice tackling the spelling bee now, huh?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, really? The
Heartbroken,
really.
H-E-A-R-T, B-R.
The last time the Scripps National Bee was canceled was World War II.
Got a request for this, baby.
Why
was it canceled?
Got a request for going back more than a decade in the spelling bee. There was a famous episode in which the winner got very emotional.
Nobody requested this.
Yes. No. Want me to get the letter out?
I want to see it.
Okay.
I want to see the letter.
I want
to see a copy of that day's paper. I want to see that person holding the paper, with a thumbs up, wanting to hear this bit.
Who could forget Rebecca Sealfon?
Rebecca. They're very good. Rebecca Sealfon, very good, Christy.
I don't
No. You know why we remember
Josh?
it? We just played it last week. Is why we don't have a good memory.
No, we didn't play it since last spelling bee.
This is a letter from Allie Woodard. She goes, I've been listening to your show since 1995. Would you play the piece where the homeschool kid screams out her winning words?
No. It sounds like he's actually reading something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. You're
very good at that.
Do you want me to give you Allie's address? No. I'll just forward it to you.
But the easier thing would have been to, no, we're we're not going to play it.
So this young lady, this is her winning word,
right?
And we later got a letter from one of the judges at the spelling bee, explaining that
verifying
she'd been insufferable the whole time.
She'd been insufferable, and all the judges hated her. Which is why when she won, you'll hear the muted "damning with faint praise" comment. Here we go.
That's correct.
And this is the word I believe is euonym, which
that's ridiculous.
I have no idea what it means.
Homonym, synonym, antonym, euonym.
It's a word you'll never use in life. Here we go.
Euonym.
She still has to spell it.
E. Yeah. O. N. Y. M.
That's correct. Rebecca Sealfon.
There you go. You can hear
that's correct.
Muted.
Boy.
Yeah.
That guy who's doing the color, he wanted to work the NFL.
Yeah.
On this.
Well, Mom, I got the spelling bee gig.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We had a lot of curry last night. Let's move forward.
I like some good Indian food.
Of course.
Me too.
Oh, who doesn't?
Like medium heat.
Watch the match. Totally pointless. Complete waste of everyone's time.
You know what's happening. It's coming at you like a freight train. One of those, that 7-year-old or 4-year-old or however old they are, these kids I've never met.
Yes.
Your daughters are going to be hip deep in the spelling bee.
I'll be dead by then. I'll be playing banjo with Josh's dad.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I'll put it in my will.
And just like that, you totally redeem yourself.
Put it in my will. If any of our kids want to learn to be great spellers, they don't get any money.
Tom looking down going, look at this. My daughter's in the spelling bee. My dad going, you don't want to see what my boy's doing.
To your daughter at the spelling bee. Oh, hey!
10 billion grandchildren locked in a T-shirt trying to swim their way out.
So your assertion is, when we all get to heaven, we can see the sperm, we can see the people they would become. Is that what
absolutely.
you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, the next time you prepare to self-pleasure, remember your mom's watching.
Right. Well, no, I don't.
What if you get to heaven and there are
all my sperm
60 billion people there, and they go, where are all the sperm you murdered?
It could happen. All my sperms is being absorbed by my body. I had the vasectomy. You remember that? I'm
so
still
making
making
little
sperm,
tiny
though.
people inside yourself.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That
Those are the
is
voices
weird.
you hear.
No, but it
They're only half people.
It verifies the suspicion you've all had about me, that there are many different people living inside this body.
I'd argue if I could. Coming up, we're going to talk with Jessica Osmond
and
Kostaki Economopoulos.
Yes.
World record coming at you.
World
good one?
record.
How about ya?
Are we gonna
no, God, no.
And we got a new song from Pat Godwin, a little bit of Donnie Baker on the way. Right now, I want to talk to you about something you don't want to hear about.
Tell me, Daddy.
Erectile dysfunction. Yeah, boy. Yeah, we can do it. We can make that sound. That's what it is. So there's a cure. And it might even work for you. How about that? Our friends at Roman have spent years building a digital platform that can connect you with a doctor licensed in your state from the comfort of your home. So if you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, it's an outfit called Roman, R-O-M-A-N. They make it convenient to get the treatment you need right from home, so it's perfect if you happen to be isolating right now. Grab your phone or your computer and complete the online visit. The online visit costs how much, Josh?
It's free.
It's free. Go to GetRoman.com/wood, and you'll hear back from a U.S. licensed physician within 24 hours. And if that physician decides that there's a treatment that is right for you, your medication will be shipped right to your door. How much is the 2-day shipping, Josh?
That's free.
It's free also. So you could get free unlimited follow-ups with that doctor anytime you have questions or want to adjust your treatment plan. With Roman, there are no commitments, and you can cancel anytime. So here's what you do. You go to GetRoman.com/wood for the free online visit and free 2-day shipping. If you're dealing with ED, stay home and just go to GetRoman.com/wood and get part of your life back. GetRoman.com/wood. That's where you go. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. For a free online visit, once again, and free 2-day shipping, GetRoman.com/wood. Coming up, Donnie Baker and more. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Tuesday. It is May 19th, and don't forget tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, it's Bob and Tom Tonight. 20 minutes of video highlights from today's Bob and Tom Show tonight. Why sit around and watch the news and find out facts and figures you don't care about when you can just clue yourself into what happened today? And it's 20 minutes of video highlights. It's like watching a highlight of a television show of Bob and Tom. Make sense? Watch it tonight. Bob and Tom Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. This Is Us stars Mandy Moore and Justin Hartley will co-host NBC's Red Nose Day. It's a special to raise money and awareness for kids in need. The network's 6th annual event will include musical performances, sketches, and short films that shows how donations are used to help kids living in poverty in America and other countries. The special airs on Thursday and also includes musical artists John Legend, Kelly Clarkson, Sam Smith, James Taylor, and many more. He was good at being bad, at least as bad as one could be in a sitcom from the late 50s, early 60s. The actor who played Eddie Haskell on Leave It to Beaver has died. Ken Osmond was 76. His character was to have been a one-off as a pal to Tony Dow's Wally, Beaver's older brother. But he was so good at causing trouble for his peers while ingratiating himself to adults, he ended up in nearly half the episodes. Osmond, however, so linked to the character of Eddie, he had trouble getting other roles and eventually became a Hollywood police officer. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I saw her sitting in a barroom in that smoky atmosphere. She smiled back at me as I drank down one last beer. She pulled me on the dance floor and we danced a song or two. It was then I realized that I bit off more than I could chew. I think I'm dancing with a man. She's got calluses on her hand. She's got a voice deeper than mine. She gets a stiffy when we grind. I think I'm dancing with a man. We sat down and talked a while. And we listened to the band. Oh, and a friend of mine walked by. Oh, Tim Wilson. And he asked her if she'd dance. Then he gently took her hand. Ooh, and he twirled her round and round. It looked like he was having fun. Until her skirt fell to the ground. I think he's dancing with a man. The boys at the lodge won't understand. And with her hand on his behind, they two-step till 9:30. Think he's dancing with a man. Giddy, 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 giddy. Oh, Lord, we're dancing with
weatherman. It'll be known throughout the land. The two boys from Texas danced a jig where the doo-doo wore away. We've been dancing with a man. She crushed a bear can on her head. Good Lord, her forehead's red. We've been dancing with a damn big man.
Right.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
With us in the studio, comedian John Garrett. You have a straight job? I mean, like a normal day-to-day thing?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm actually a CPA, believe it or not.
Oh,
yeah, and
that spells party.
Yeah, it does. Most people think CPAs are hysterical. Yeah. No, of course not. We're dorks, big dorks. But and honestly, on behalf of all accountants out there, I'd like to say that we don't all do taxes. Some of us prefer to embezzle. It's much more lucrative. I read recently Willie Nelson wrote a song called Whatever Happened to Peace on Earth as his little protest to the war in Iraq. And my immediate thought was, why does he care? It's not like it's his tax dollar being put to use. I mean, I think the U.S. government should write a song called Whatever Happened to Willie's 1040. Yeah, there's a tax joke for the accountants.
7:19 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Let's see now. We've been homeschooling a lot of us. I'm going to have you homeschool Alexa. Sorry, I called you a name earlier, Alexa. It's just that sometimes she's just a little testy.
Oh, you really did.
You and your cousin Siri, who I had to scream at the other day, ask Alexa to play Q95 via iHeartRadio.
Smart speaker.
Okay, then we can get a little bit of Bob and Tom on Q95. Thank you very much. How about a quick forecast, Christy?
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Rain today, 66. Rain ends overnight cloudy down to 52. 65 tomorrow, 59 now.
Thank you very much. Let's get to it. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Got a big chunk of show here. A chunk of burning show. Let's see now. Where were we?
He's lost his mind.
Trying to get the show back on track. There was an incident involved a banjo.
Yesterday.
Tragic death.
Yeah, thank you, Pat.
There's Pat in there. Christy's over there. I can see her. She's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom behind the glass. Hey. Pat's in a different building. We got the TV screen. We can see him in here. There's Ace over there. We'll have the Ace Cosby joke of the day up soon. Let's see what else is going on. Chick McGee's right over there.
Hey, man.
It's just a very special chair. It's the crazycockwine.com sports chair. And this is Tom speaking. Oh, I almost forgot. Josh in the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. It's good to see you, Josh. And,
Great to see you.
Just wrapping up some sports here, I think. Are we done?
We have a world record, right? Oh,
Stupid world record. David Rush.
I never heard of him.
David Rush in the news?
He's our favorite world record holder from Idaho.
From Idaho, sure. Ready? Yeah.
Never listens to us, doesn't care for the show.
Set the Guinness World Record for fastest time to put on 10 T-shirts.
All right.
Wow.
How fast?
10 T-shirts.
The record attempt was...
Well, you leave each one on, right? You put one on, then put another on top of it?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, yeah, because you're taking them off, you're only adding to your time. Of course you leave them on. The record attempt, part of Guinness World Records weekly challenge, wherein people all around the world attempt to break the same record at home. Rush won the challenge after putting on all 10 T-shirts in, anybody want to guess? World record time.
9 seconds.
9 seconds. Christy.
I have no idea. This is stupid. 12.
12 seconds. You can't guess, you know. 15?
I go 11.
Did you look it up?
No. What's the answer?
Ace. No. 15.61 seconds.
Oh.
Wow.
He said
I could have done it at 9.
One of the obstacles was that with so many people participating, it was impossible to know what time you were supposed to be adding to the drama.
I don't know exactly what that was, but...
Who was that guy?
Now, did he have the good taste to have a sponsor for each shirt?
He wrote that he thinks the next best time submitted out of everyone was somewhere north of 25 seconds. Oh,
wow.
A little trash talking there by Mr. Rush. He also sustained a few injuries in the attempt. with scrapes to his wrist.
How?
Well, he's putting the shirts on wrong. And a painful sore spot on the bone of his right wrist due to repeatedly knocking his head on it.
I think my 4-year-old has the record for the most outfit changes in one day.
How many do you think it is?
Oh, 20.
17, I would say.
She'll be standing in the kitchen, you're talking to her, and all of a sudden she wanders off, comes back, whole new outfit on.
Good for her.
Except when it's laundry time. Wow. So, what an incredibly stupid record. But again, the way to do this would be to have different logos on different shirts and sell sponsorships. Because the 3 seconds you have that STP logo up there.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta merch. Gotta do some merch. Well, congratulations, David Rush. And does he have the world record for having the most world records, or is that one he's still trying to have?
Dude, I don't know.
If he gets it, will he
Isn't
stop?
that what he's going for?
Will he stop?
I don't even know.
If he gets
Can he stop now?
You over? You done, David?
How about that? How about that? How about...
You want to meet your kids?
How about... a lot of times
a world record for the time spent with your kids.
A lot of time in life, you just marry the wrong person, Dave. Okay? You can get out of it.
Just admit
I imagine his wife...
You can get out of it, David.
His wife's probably doing things like, no, don't let him see ping pong balls.
You don't have to dream up records to get out of the house, Dave.
Don't let him see anything he can toss, throw, or juggle. Oh, no.
Yes, divorce is a thing.
Yeah. You can get out of it, dude.
So he's got the record for changing his, changing T-shirts the most. But you leave each one on, right?
Here's his poor little kids at the start of the video crying, saying, Daddy, don't come home. Daddy, don't you walk so fast.
Now,
my mama cried.
Anyway, my little girl heart changes clothes like you're at a Cher show.
It's her personality. She's developing her style.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I don't believe it. It's the track phone hotline.
I believe it. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom. It's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, Donnie.
I heard you guys talking about banjos yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we had an interesting encounter. We found out that Josh owns a banjo, and he got it from when his dad died. He more or less left it to him.
Josh, I'll say it like this. Sounds like your dad's a pretty awesome dude if he left you a free and clear title to a banjo.
Yes, yeah.
That's a lot more than my dad did. He just left.
Oh.
I swear to God. Said he's going out to get a pack of smokes and never came back.
That'll.
That's a long trip in house slippers. Man, the fact remains, there ain't no better instrument for picking up chicks than playing banjo.
What?
Yeah.
You don't believe me? Tom, look at Mumford & Sons and Half a Blues Traveler. I swear to God. I mean, Common Dick can just show up to a party with the acoustic guitar and sit around a campfire playing a bunch of John Mayers. But you show up to the same campfire with a banjo, and it's hoedown time.
Really?
And I say hoedown, I say it like this. There'll be a hoe down there and a hoe over there. And if you're lucky, you'll have a couple of hoes down in the bed of your truck. Because chicks love banjo players.
Oh, who knew?
Well, because the banjo players' diddle fingers are calloused and nimble.
Oh, I see.
And they go so fast, it's almost like they're moonwalking. Drives chicks crazy. Because all them chicks think about them fingers, bailing on the banjo and checking their monkey for deer ticks later. I swear to God. I'm serious. You bust out Beverly Hillbillies theme or Rocky Top, it's like having a six-pack and a new Camaro. You remember them hot farm chicks on Hee Haw, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Hell, you know Grandpa Jones dipped in it after every show. Swear to God. How'd he do it at that age? Banjo power. One more thing, Josh. If you ever get invited on a fishing trip or a hunting trip with the guys, or some new friend maybe offers to take you camping, and then somebody breaks out the banjo, you close up shop right then. Clamp your butt cheeks and run your ass the hell out of there.
Okay.
Well, because dueling banjos is probably the next tape you're going to hear.
Yeah.
You seen that movie Deliverance?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, there's about to be a hoedown, but this time you the hoe. All right, go. Todd Boner's all high on skunkweed again. Needs me to show him how to make instant oatmeal. It don't go in the toaster, dumbass.
It sure doesn't.
Thank you, Donnie. Well, Tom, it's interesting. Pat, talking about fathers and stuff. I know that you've been working on a new song.
Yeah.
About being a dad, because you're, as we speak, doing the homeschooling thing with your son Jimmy every day. Spending hour after hour working with Jimmy, and I don't know, it's kind of.
But we're going to get to that in a second. But what I'm prepared to do right now, and what we talked about in the hallway,
that was very.
Pat, congratulations.
Very diplomatic. Pat.
Well, I was since the topic came up, I thought
yeah, but it's a different tuning, and there's a cape on.
The moment was right.
He's not ready.
You know what I admire about you two? Adaptable, both of you.
Yeah.
Very, yeah.
Either both of you are like, hey, whatever you want to do, man.
Legs on a string.
Okay, I have a letter here. It says, "Dear Bob and Tom Show, please have Pat Godwin play his great song Punjab."
Did you say Godwin or Godwin?
I should have said Godwin. It would have been funnier.
That's funny. It happens all the time.
Okay, sorry. What were you planning on playing? I'm sorry.
Well, what we talked about in the hallway
okay, all right.
was about being confused. I woke up today, and this is true. It's not just setting up a song. I thought I had the Zoom meeting that I agreed to on Wednesday, and it's not. It's Tuesday. But, okay, I have another day to prepare for that.
So today's Tuesday.
Exactly.
We're clear on that now?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're clear on that.
I forgot to.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to trot out my new goth character, and my name will be Patrick Goth. How does that sound? Okay. All right. I don't care if Monday's here. I've had no job since March this year. Thursday, I'll drink a case of beer. Is it Friday? I'm confused. This day, that day, what day's next? Is it June yet? I'm perplexed. Thursday's here and still no check. Oh, it's Friday. Are you sure? Oh, it's Saturday. Wait. No, it's Sunday. I should check the date. It's Monday? I can't get this straight. Oh, I don't care if Tuesday's rain. Wednesday, Sunday, Thursday, same. Every morning's Groundhog Day. Is it Friday? I'm confused.
A nice goth tribute. Thank you very much. The Cure. Now, I'm going over we have a lot of really good mail here, which we'll get to. Did we ever finish sports?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Did we officially announce that we finished sports?
I don't think so.
Let's do it.
Wherever you go, whatever you do.
Yes, what should I do?
Always be a good sport.
Oh, that's fine advice.
Christy.
Thank you, Chip.
Thank you, Josh. Josh is listening and enjoying.
And very much so.
And engaged.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
I'm just reading the mail.
I know you are.
Oh, yeah.
You're
I'm paying
always
attention.
reading something.
People want to know about Josh's banjo.
Oh.
A lot of people.
You're right. This has become our eagle.
Yep.
Well, it's currently in St. Louis. Once I get it up here, I will.
So you don't have
You
the
don't
bass.
even
It's not
have
even
it?
here.
Today's the day that they're going to punch each other. Today, and we've got a front row seat, and I'm okay with that.
Here's the audio from yesterday's show.
yeah.
Because we were. Here we go.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo. Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if.
How did that happen?
Well, it's going to be hard to get it in here.
Oh, well, I said I need to get it in here.
But you didn't say that it was in a different state.
He didn't. He
There's
said
no
he was
reason
the owner.
to.
Did you hear those giggle? Man.
Let's listen to this again.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if.
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Yeah, Jess really just the
Jess
mock,
is really
the mock
enjoying it,
mocking Pat Godwin for asking that question.
Yeah.
I deserve to be mocked.
Great. That is a great moment. Okay, and we were talking about banjos and great songs like "Take It Easy" by the Eagles. You know what this is?
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Strawberry Fields.
Yikes.
I got a couple of guesses.
Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about.
Strawberry Fields, huh? Played with a banjo.
Uh-huh.
Band called Area Code 812. How about
love
How about
them.
this one? Little banjo there.
I could
So there's some-
touch you.
There's some great
The
moments.
Stampeders.
Yeah, it's
So-
hard to do a ballad on a banjo.
Oh, I don't know. Rainbow Connection?
Yeah, are they really sad
but it's-
songs?
No, but the banjo's a happy instrument.
Are there any really sad banjo tunes?
Right, Dean? I mean, it's a happy instrument.
It's like the
not sad.
kazoo. You don't hear, hey, can you play that funeral dirge on the kazoo for me? Yeah, there's a certain...
it doesn't really work.
Yeah, it doesn't really have it. And now more audio recordings from this show.
Oh.
We were discussing dads, and Pat will have a song about that coming up later in the show. We were doing a little survey of the room, and most of us, sadly, our father's not around anymore.
Right.
Did kind of a round robin. It was pretty grim, actually. And then...
You weren't aware of Ace's situation.
and we have that here. Right, here's the audio of that. Ace, you got anything out there? Is your father around?
No.
Oh, sorry. I guess we're...
He wasn't around when he was alive.
Wasn't around when he was
Way to go, Tom.
Hey, it's
my
yes, it's,
that is brutal.
A little bit of sad.
If we didn't laugh, we'd cry. Yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Sad show. Maybe we should do something.
Takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
How about a happy story?
You have one?
I doubt that.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme's offering free donuts to the class of 2020.
See? Oh.
See,
I guess
that's
I
a
gotta-
happy story.
Gotta shave my beard. And
Get a cap and gown.
The fabulous Harvey Korman student.
You know, that is one of the concessions. My daughter's graduating from high school this year, and they're letting her keep her cap and gown.
wow.
Yeah,
we
but
would
it's
pay.
like-
We would have paid a hefty fine if we kept ours.
I know.
Well, when are you gonna wear that?
That's what I said.
Maybe. Oh, I know. Oh, that'd be kind of sexy.
Oh, the graduating.
Hey, stop.
Oh, yeah.
They're high schoolers.
Well, they're-
Christy, I was thinking you could borrow it. How much taller?
Oh.
Oh, she's like, well, you'd have to
I
have it.
wasn't. I was thinking about your hot daughter.
Didn't you crap?
Hey, remember, Ace's dad wasn't even there, so shut up.
Yeah. Does your daughter have daddy issues?
No,
Tom,
she's
didn't
got
you
a very
crap in
active
your-
father.
I thought you told me you crapped in your cap and gown, didn't you?
No, what? No. Of course not. I didn't.
You didn't crap in the morterboard before throwing it up in the air?
I'm pretty sure you did, yeah.
No. We used
Wipe
that.
your butt with
We
the
used that
tassel?
to clean
Yep,
the
that's
pot. You kidding?
Krispy Kreme announced high school or college seniors can get a free box of donuts by going to a Krispy Kreme store while wearing their cap, gown, and 2020 tassel.
Get an early start on that freshman 15.
Yeah.
There you go.
If students do not have the requisite graduate attire, they can also wear 2020 apparel, a 2020 senior letterman jacket, a 2020 class ring, or bring in a student ID that proves they graduate this year.
Tom, speaking of the freshman 15, has anybody else gotten the COVID-19?
Hell yes.
Just eating all day,
Yes.
whatever you want.
Is that what they're calling it?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm calling it.
I said there's
TM.
that great meme, do you come out of this chunk, hunk, or drunk? And I said, are 2 out of 3 bad?
Yeah. So this is Krispy Kreme donuts?
Yes.
If you
at the store.
I understand if you graduate from the police academy, you get a dozen.
Oh, they give you the full...
That was Tom talking for any police officers who pull him over in the future. That was Tom.
I am riding dirty right now.
Now what?
Are you expired?
I can't find the sticker for my plate.
I can't find the sticker, officer.
What?
That'll work. Just keep telling them that.
Did you look in the glove box?
Did you look on your plate? Maybe you put
No,
it
it's
on
not
there
on the plate.
already.
It was pointed out to me yesterday.
I like that personalized plate, by the way. P00PJKS.
P000. Pooj?
Poop jokes.
Oh, poop jokes.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
P-O-O-P-J-K-S.
I like that.
Thank you very much. Well, now, coming up, Christy, what have you got over there?
Well, we have tear gas flavored ice cream. We have a very interesting way one German cafe is keeping people at a nice social distance. And I don't know if you saw this, but there's a guy, I think it's in Israel, that's invented a face mask that you don't have to take off when you're eating. It's got a built-in mouth.
Have you seen this?
No.
It's so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. If it gets to that, I'm never going out of my home again.
Is it electric? What is it?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll find out about that, and I understand we're going to have a very special phone caller coming up in just a few minutes.
Oh.
Larry King, Larry King. Larry King, Larry King. Larry King, Larry King.
What? Pussycat King. Yeah, I got the mashup going. Thanks. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Stay tuned. Who knows who will be next on the Bob and Tom Track Phone Hotline? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Maybe now's the time to treat yourself to a Bob and Tom VIP membership. You're hanging out at home looking for something else to do. Why not delve deep into the Bob and Tom archives, the complete album library? Listen to the Bob and Tom Show commercial-free and on demand with our daily podcast, all available to our VIP premium members. Also, you can watch the live 7-camera video stream of the show each and every morning. See what Christy Lee is wearing today. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee, and this is your Bob and Tom Sports Update. California Governor Gavin Newsom has given the go-ahead for professional sports teams in the state to play without spectators soon. The governor said yesterday that sports could return in the first week or so of June without spectators and modifications and very prescriptive conditions. It's extremely welcome news for teams who are wondering if they would have to make contingency plans to play elsewhere. The return of live golf to television had a total audience delivery of 2.35 million viewers. Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson defeated Ricky Fowler and Matthew Wolff in the tailor-made driving relief. The exhibition raised at least $5.5 million for virus relief funds. NBC Sports says the total audience delivery 16% higher than the final of the Dell Match play last year in Texas. And a move to ban the use of saliva to shine a cricket ball because of the danger of transmitting COVID may force bowlers to relearn or reinvent one of the sport's most prized but least understood skills. The International Cricket Council's Cricket Committee, comprising a roll call of former top players, has recommended on medical advice that spit polishing the ball during matches should be prohibited while the coronavirus pandemic persists. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Across the hall, there's a couple that I'm friendly with, and his wife goes to work every day while he stays home. I ran into him in the hall the other day. He invited me in for a drink, and one thing led to another. We ended up having sex.
Whoa.
Whoa. And she says, now I just want it again. Do I go knock on his door after I see his wife leave, or is that too desperate?
Oh, my
God. So it's not that I feel bad, I helped him cheat on his wife. I want it again.
Yes. Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
If you know what I mean, there's no need to explain. It goes without saying. If you know what I mean, what more can I say? If you know what I mean, I think it goes without saying. If you know what I mean.
Thank you. What's that called? I think you know what I'm saying.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. And this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
The Bob and Tom Show presents Memorable Moments in Presidential History.
American presidents have been immortalized in different ways. Washington had our nation's capital and an entire state named after him. Lincoln appears on the $5 bill as well as the penny. The first President Bush has an airport named after him. Perhaps when it comes to being remembered, no president was more royally screwed than James A. Garfield. All he got was a stupid cartoon cat.
This has been Bob and Tom's Memorable Moments in Presidential History.
There you go.
Back to your bedroom, Christy. We've decided you need to remove the crucifix from the room. I think you should just
We
go
don't speak,
go
and-
all out.
Go all out and do what?
Well, as soon as you open the door, disco ball,
right?
Yeah,
condom machine right there on the wall.
Incense.
You know, even better.
Yeah, 7:44 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update in the weather.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Rain today 66. Rain ends cloudy overnight down to 52 and cloudy tomorrow 65. Still 59 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Once again, we continue homeschooling Alexa. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, Alexa. Here at home, just say, Alexa, play Q95 on iHeartRadio. Like to enjoy the Bob and Tom Show. Alexa sometimes has other ideas. That's when you get out a sledgehammer and show Alexa that she's just a bunch of chips.
Yeah, that's right.
Hello. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. I got a feeling that phone is going to ring. It's the Track Phone Hotline. While I'm at it, that's the OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair occupied by Josh Arnold, Banjo owner. Hearing from a lot of banjo fans out there, Josh.
Okay, cool.
Josh doesn't play the banjo, he just owns one.
I'd like to.
We'll find out more about that. Christy Lee's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
McGee.
Hey, man.
The CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. There's Ace.
Hey.
And, of course, it's. I think we should switch gears a little bit. And before we say hello to Pat Godwin, maybe get a little bit of a joke from the Ace Cosby joke of the day. It happens just whenever it happens here in the Bob and Tom Show. Ace, go ahead.
I was just reading this morning about the guy who sued because he lost his luggage.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his case. You're supposed to be missing.
Missing luggage. Okay.
Yeah, you said lost twice.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's still good.
Kiss it
It's a solid joke. I thought that the pause there scared me enough.
I know. I thought
We've all
he'd
been
forgotten
there.
where he was
I thought he'd
going.
forgotten. Yeah, sure. Ace, we've all been there.
I screwed up.
I think it worked.
I thought we went under a bridge there. Oh, no, we're FM.
I think it worked.
Well,
okay.
maybe some cases.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you so much, Ace. Coming up, we have more banjo talk, but wait a minute. That's the phone.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom Show, USA. It's Larry.
There he is, baby.
It's Larry King. How you doing, King? Larry the Tiger King. How
Hey,
are
Larry, do you have that on cassette?
Yeah, I put that together myself completely.
It's
Oh,
nice.
really?
Yeah, it sounded
Yeah,
better.
the whole thing. I know, it's so good.
Love it.
Hey, it's a self-quarantine diary day, day 36. Yeah, 10 a.m. Now that some places are starting to reopen, I'm eager to get back in the real world.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's so much I realize I haven't taken. I've taken for granted, that, like the opera, the ballet, the symphony, art museums, and more. I yearn for culture and sophistication. I want to be elevated again. Let me make some calls and find out what's going on outside, okay? 10:15 a.m. Damn it, both the porn theaters near me are closed, including the one with the glory hole in the john. Dang it. The iron door dungeon is still locked down, tighter than a masochist's nipple clamp. The happy ending massage parlor won't reopen until June.
Ooh.
Jeez. And the Humpty Dumpster escort service has implemented a handy-only policy until further notice.
Okay.
Humpty Dumpty escort service. Yeah, big gals?
I called the local crack house, and they said none of their hoes are accepting new clients. What is this, communist Germany?
So it was the Humpty Dumpty.
Not the
escort,
Humpty
not the
Dumpster,
Humpty
yeah.
Dumpster.
Although they're both
I
are
was
funny,
thinking,
yeah.
how does the Humpty... Never mind.
What?
I can't believe it's such a cultural wasteland out there. 1:30 p.m. As if 2020 didn't suck bad enough, now I found out that the great Eddie Haskell is dead.
Oh, yeah, Ken Osmond.
Oh, man,
Ken
I
Osmond.
couldn't believe it when I heard Ken Osmond, the man who created the ultimate two-faced suck-up character, died at the age of 76.
Very sad.
He was just a kid, for crying out loud. He was my hero when he played the Weasley teenager on Leave It to Beaver. I hope he's in heaven now going, "Jeepers, Mr. Jesus, your beard looks really nice today, so full and fluffy." Can't you just hear him say, "Hey, I got a joke for you"?
You ready?
Yes.
Truck driver's delivering a load of penguins to a zoo. His truck breaks down on the side of the road. He's distraught, holding his head, walking up and down. Another truck driver sees he's got a problem, pulls over, and says, "Hey, you need some help?" He says, "Yeah, my truck broke down, and I got to get these penguins to the zoo."
Oh.
And he goes, "Well, hell, I can." The guy goes, "I can help you. Just load them onto my truck, and I'll take them there for you." So the penguin truck driver says, "Oh, thank goodness. Thank you very much." They load him onto the other truck, and they take off to the zoo. Well, the guy gets his truck fixed later, and he drives into town to check on his penguins that the other driver took for him. And he's walking, he's going towards the zoo, and he sees the other driver all of a sudden walking down the street with all the penguins marching behind him.
Oh, my.
He yells out, "Hey, I thought I told you to take the penguins to the zoo." The guy marching down the street answers back, "I did. Now they want to go to a movie." Yeah, Larry King. See you guys.
Bye, Larry.
There you go. Thank you very much.
There you
Larry.
go, indeed.
All right. Yeah, sad news. Ken Osmond from Leave It to Beaver. Eddie Haskell, great character. One of the greats. He was a guest on our show. He was in the building.
Cool.
Very nice guy. And they say he was the exact opposite of the character that he played. So,
But he could never really get past that.
He
So
became
he
actually became a police officer. LAPD
That's
actually got
right.
shot.
Wow.
Lived to tell the tale.
Just for being Eddie Haskell?
No, he was involved in a police action of some sort. He was shot.
Yeah, it's hard to believe he didn't get Batman. I'm sure he read for it.
Wasn't he one of the Rodney King cops?
No.
Oh, he wasn't.
Rodney King.
Oh, my God.
I dare you.
Rodney King. I've got a pool.
Yeah, when Rodney King died, they mentioned that he had a pool.
Yeah.
It's because he did okay. I don't have a pool. You got a pool?
I don't have a pool.
Nope.
There you go. Who knew? Any other obits we have to cover today? Any other sad news?
Well, we never really got to this one yesterday. Fred Willard passed away over the weekend. We should probably mention that. He was 86.
He was
he was in so many great movies. It's hard to even list them all.
Best to show. How much do you think I could bench press?
It's all funny.
Best to show. Anchorman. Oh
Pat,
my God.
Pat, you met him, right? I saw a photo. I saw a photo of you next to him.
I worked with him in Detroit, and all I did all night was ask him about Waiting for Guffman. And I love that movie, and he just gave me so much info. He's a really sweet guy, very funny too live.
Yeah, cool, awesome.
Did he act like he kept looking for the door or somebody to come?
Yeah, that's what he did.
Save him.
He couldn't wait for the conversation to be done.
Yeah,
I see. A lot of banjo players out there, Pat.
There are.
Can you play the? What? It's a whole different skill set for the banjo, or how long would it take you?
I don't know. I've never even touched one.
Yeah.
Boy, don't you use every finger?
Oh, I think it looks so hard.
Well, as Donnie said, the ladies love the banjo players because they've got that fingering technique down.
Boy,
it looks like they're
And
flying.
move their hands quickly,
Very skilled.
Even the stinky finger, you use that one?
Just heard from Wild Bill, big fan of the show, driving truck right now, and he's a big banjo guy. So
cool.
We're hearing from a lot of banjo players, but we were talking fathers.
Yeah.
This whole banjo thing started with this conversation on the air.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if...
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh!
Just howling with laughter. But that got us onto a discussion.
Really enjoyed that.
Got us onto a discussion about fathers.
Yes.
And fatherhood. And we did a little survey of the room. And yikes. Not a lot of us have our fathers alive anymore, which would be pretty much all of us. But speaking of fatherhood, Pat, you've been working on a song about, because you're a good dad. You've been doing the homeschooling with Jimmy, 9-year-old Jimmy right now. I know every day you have to leave here and go do the homeschooling with the Zoom.
Yeah, right at 10 o'clock we have our first meeting, and he's been around me a lot lately, and I don't know if this is a great idea for him. I'm not the best influence, but we have been together a lot, and that inspired this song here.
Oh.
My son arrived 9 years ago We're gonna play catch. I'll teach him how to throw and how to pee his name in the fresh white snow. He can come watch me at my comedy shows. He'll learn dirty jokes, and swear words. And as he grew, he said, I wanna be like you, Dad. I wanna be a comedian too. And now the kid's in trouble with the principal. He says your boy's working blue are quite original. He's singing about pubes and beavers gone bad. Said he learned this from his dad, sir. He learned this from his dad. Well, his school was closed just the other day, and now I'm his teacher, and all he had to say was, Dad, I don't need math, the answer's on your phone. Can I do what I want? Play on my own. And as I Googled the questions, it occurred to me, my boy was just like me. In math, we're gonna get a D. And he said, pull my finger, Daddy-O. I had to smile as he let one go. He makes armpit sounds like he's cutting the cheese. My boy's just like me, yeah. No need to test for paternity.
All right.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Raising a little comedian.
Yes.
That's perfect. Thank you, Pat. Coming up from Christy Lee over there in the Navy Federal Credit Newsroom, what do we got?
Oh, we have a raging house party that ended in gunfire. That's never good.
No, it's never good.
But the guy shot himself and in the groin. And we have a face mask with the built-in mouth so you can dine out again.
Oh, strange.
It's very strange. And profanity in film. Who has the most swear words on film?
Oh.
What film has the most? I would guess Scarface, maybe.
Well, we'll find out.
Okay, we'll find out. Okay, cool. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
They call him Kostaki Economopoulos, and he's along with the Economonologues coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Later this morning, we'll catch up with actor Luke Wilson, all via Zoom, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Stay tuned.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Restaurant owners have given President Donald Trump a dire accounting of the widespread damage the coronavirus pandemic has dealt their industry and have asked him to tweak a loan program for small businesses to address their concerns. The president, meanwhile, put a hopeful spin on their situation, saying encouraging news on vaccines and treatment efforts could negate the bad news. In Hong Kong, tear gas ice cream is a thing for one shop, and far from being a cool treat, it's to remind people of the tear gas police have fired at protesters during months of demonstrations. One customer who has had a taste of the ice cream made with black peppercorns says the flavor is spot on because she has suffered a dose of tear gas. The shop owner says the flavor is a show of support for the pro-democracy movement in Hong Kong. And authorities in the Virginia town of Louisa say a pair of thieves ripped off a convenience store. Security footage shows both of them stealing items, wearing masks made from hollowed-out watermelons. It didn't take long for the police department to put out a call asking the public to track down the two melon heads. You could say the call helped. There was an arrest made shortly thereafter. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Yeah, we had a guy that was he would win a lot, and he pointed out that he was blind.
Oh, my God.
He mentioned something about when he could see, so I made the mistake of saying, you were able to see at one point. What happened? Now, that was my mistake.
Yeah. Well, what happened?
Well, he explained that he had blinded himself with an ice pick.
He said it in the same tone as Tom just said it.
And there's really no recovering from that.
No,
we were sitting
there's
here.
nowhere to go.
I mean, did you say, well, why'd you do that?
No.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
A happy song. It's a world of buns. It's a world of boobs. It's a world of firm, perfect babes and dudes. It's for you. It's for me. It's on cable TV. It's a porn world after all. They show breasts now in almost all the flicks, but the women are mad because they don't show men. From the day you are born, you're bombarded with porn. It's a porn world after all. Everybody, it's a porn world after all. It's a porn world after all. It's a porn world after all. It's a porn world. There's a lot of strange ways to make a buck, but those porno stars, they get paid too much. They would sit on the face of the whole human race. It's a porn world after all.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
We're talking to comedian Mark Sweeney. Mark is kind of a man's. You're kind of a man's man.
I'm a man's man.
You were a Marine. Now you live in a condo by yourself. With
What's a typical date like for Mark Sweeney? I don't know.
Rotting in the refrigerator.
Know. Usually they end with, "That's him, officer."
I thought it was a fire extinguisher. It's bear spray.
No.
No, seriously, has it been a while since you've called a woman and said, "Would you like to go to dinner?" Or
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, usually it's picking up chicks.
8 o'clock at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Rain today, high 66. Rain ends overnight. Cloudy skies, down to 52. It'll be cloudy for your Wednesday and a high of 65. We still have 59 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee.
Sure.
Now, my point, you say, and I'm Josh. You got it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Hey, hi, it's Tom.
And I'm Josh.
From the Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, my God. When I point, you say it. The puppet master, hard at work.
Yeah.
Would you let him talk?
Okay, sure. Hey, hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Josh.
I didn't point. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
And yet he survived.
If new windows are on your spring to-do list, well, Window Nation's got the greatest offer ever. Josh, I know that you're getting your windows done, and what is the beauty of the special online virtual quote?
Well, it's good for 6 months.
That's right, and they're not going to have to come into your house. They've also got deferred payments for 2 years at Window Nation.
Mm-hmm.
2 free windows for every 2 you buy. You have 16 windows, right?
That's right.
Means you have to buy how many?
8.
That's correct. Plus 0 down payment and 0 interest for 2 years at Window Nation. Tell me more, Josh.
Well, they also guarantee to be the best value, or they'll pay you $250.
Sounds like a pretty good deal. WindowNation.com. Free online virtual quote valid for 6 months, deferred payments for 2 years, and get 2 free windows for every 2 you buy. I don't know how it could get any better than that. Check out WindowNation.com. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here, and the view's gotten significantly better looking. I can't help but notice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very good. That was not it. I was referring to the presence of young Jessica Osmond. Hi, Jessica.
Well, hey there.
See you on the big screen over there. Let's see now. We've got Pat Godwin. Oh, cool hat. It's the Netto's hat.
Yes, sir.
That's for our friend Bob Nedelicki. That's an obscure charity we're trying to help out with some of the great ABA players who did not get a pension. We're trying to help those guys out. Also, everything we're selling on the Bob and Tom store, by the way, is going to charity right now. It's going to Feeding America. which is an important thing right now for folks that are struggling with all the stuff going on. So anything you buy at the Bob and Tom store goes to that fund. So there we go. Let's see now. Chick McGee's over there. That's Josh. I'm Tom. That's Christy. And Ace Cosby is our engineer. And we were last, I believe, at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. What have you got, Christy?
A German cafe has provided its patrons with pool noodle hats to ensure safe social distancing. Following the lifting of lockdown orders, the owners of the Cafe Roth in Sherwin gave customers straw hats fitted with swimming pool noodles for their grand reopening. The owner, Jacqueline Roth, who posted photos of her inventive social distancing headgear onto Facebook, said this was the perfect method to keep customers apart and a fun one. She added that the hats also demonstrated how difficult it is to maintain a distance. This says of 5 feet between people, and we all know it's supposed to be 6, but wow.
Well, that's be handy at the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fancy hat. It's made of pool noodle. I think it actually helps with social distancing because you look like such a jackass.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk to that lunatic.
Yeah. I don't want to talk to that guy.
I also saw we're a restaurant somewhere, and I'll look up the story, but they were using those big inflatable rafts.
I saw that, too.
Yes, where you stood in the side inside the raft.
Like an inner tube?
Yes,
hilarious. Yeah.
exactly.
Instead of wearing a barrel, you've got a raft strapped on.
That's like people bumper cars, isn't it? That would be
that's what it looked like. Yeah.
Here's the problem: 4 beers in, when it's time to pee, yeah, you're going to be.
What the hell is this?
How do I get this off?
Slippery floor.
Inventors have developed a coronavirus face mask with a remote control mouth that will let diners eat food without taking the mask off.
Have you seen this, Tom?
I don't understand.
Have you seen it?
No.
Tom, you have
ridiculous.
to see it.
It's so funny.
A squeeze of a lever on the face mask opens a slot in front of the mask so food can pass through.
It sure does.
It, by the way, does remain in developmental stage. It's not sold yet.
So
but,
you'd look like like Clutch Cargo. Remember the Clutch Cargo cartoons? They'd have this little slot, and the mouths would be in there moving. Do you remember Clutch Cargo?
Is this the same technique that Conan O'Brien used, where he would have a celebrity photo and the mouth would...
I think so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you're a face mask with an actual pie hole.
Weird.
Okay. Nice. Do you suppose anybody's in this whole thing has been so turned on by the mask thing that they're actually...
making their partner wear it?
Yeah. I mean, during intimate
I know
moments.
I don't know.
I bet.
No, I mean,
you don't think anybody?
Not for health reasons, but because they think it looks...
yes.
Didn't we have that coronavirus porn up on Pornhub where they had people dressed in...
I guess so.
Right. No, there's a fetish for everybody, isn't there?
I think so.
I hope it's a clean mask, like not the same one they've been wearing all day, you know?
Well, there's
Change
that.
it out.
I imagine, and I guess if you're that intimate, you're going to be exchanging bodily fluids.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm sorry.
It's
What
not
else
a
have you
cool
got?
mask. That's stupid.
It's all fun and games until someone gets shot in the penis.
Yeah. What?
A raging
How many
house party
times
in
have I
Los
said that?
Angeles has ended with a man shooting himself in the groin.
Oh, no.
Though large gatherings are still prohibited. Police say a loud party took place Saturday night in Hollywood Hills. Responding officers found over 100 people gathered at a short-term rental property.
They were really upset when did you see this? When the cops showed up, they were really, really upset. In fact, the one guy went off half-cocked.
Oh, man. Yeah, I bet. He was...
Los Angeles Police Lieutenant Mark Chong said officers heard a single gunshot, called for backup, and an investigation found that a guy had accidentally shot himself in the groin.
Officer Chong also said, "Dave ain't here, man."
Officer Tommy Chong.
That's pretty
The man was hospitalized with non-threatening life injuries, but still.
This is one of those, I'll tuck it in the waistband.
Yeah, they'll never find it.
Wanna be gangsta guys. Next time, tuck it in the back. That way, at least all you're doing is shooting an extra crack in your ass.
Yeah. Already a hole back there. Yeah.
Wow.
You know they have holsters for that, I guess.
Or for what?
Where you can wear it at the back of your pants.
Sure.
There's a holster that goes inside. I didn't know that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean,
What are you, a gunsmith? What do you? How do you know? You carry a gun.
Don't you know that? No,
It's okay, Tom. Be cool, man. It's all right. Everybody's cool, right?
All the cop shows you've watched, you've never seen a guy that had the
I
holster.
just thought I've always seen them just shove their gun back there. I've never seen a holster.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm in the minority here.
I didn't realize
know.
there's a holster.
I did not know, Chick.
Yeah, I'm with
with
Chick
you.
on this one.
Thank you.
A Hong Kong ice cream shop is selling
How about that, Tom? Look.
tear gas flavored ice cream.
This is bizarre.
Oh, I got a question. Why?
Well, I'll tell you why, Chick. The main ingredient is black peppercorns, and it's a reminder of the tear gas employed by police during last year's demonstrations in the city.
Of everything that's happening on social media, the biggest thing I don't understand, people eating incredibly hot things, sweating and crying, and everyone laughing. And they keep eating. I don't understand it.
Yeah, well.
Explain it to me, Josh.
I can't.
You can't explain it?
No.
The shop's owner said the flavor is a sign of support for the pro-democracy movement, and he said eating the ice cream produces a sensation of irritation in the throat. Quote, it just feels like breathing in tear gas.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think Ben and Jerry's picked this one up.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
From our new Attica line, it's...
Oh.
We have a Molotov cocktail. You can drink with it. It sounds utterly awful.
The flavor explodes in your mouth.
Yikes.
Our new Vanilla Democratic Convention.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Right?
Now,
the 68?
We have a little controversy here on the show. I don't know if Jessica is aware of this, but did you hear the story about young Josh's ownership of a banjo?
Oh, you got a banjo, Josh.
Just
That's
you
nice.
wait. I'm going to be out on the deck with that thing, and you're going to be able to sit on your deck and hear me. Practice.
Yes.
You guys live right across a little valley from each other? And,
Yeah, we share a backyard. We're backyard buddies.
Actually, we've heard that someone in your neighborhood might be breaking the law, having an open fire, I believe. Isn't that what you reported, Josh?
Will you shut your mouth?
Okay.
Well, here's the exchange about Josh.
That's very much against the law, I thought.
Here's the exchange about Josh and the banjo.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if...
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Did you hear
the glee in Jess Hooker's voice? Wow. She's so happy.
Josh, your dad loves that, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah.
See?
I hope so.
Good. Yeah.
Did he play
Good
the
sport.
banjo?
He did when he was a younger man, yeah.
Sure he did. Yeah, walking through Vietnamese jungle. Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, the other soldiers were quite on it. You're going to give us away, Arnold.
Yeah.
Keep it down. Charlie hates the banjo.
Does this end where his life was saved when the bullet hit the tuning pegs?
No, the agent comes out of the... Let me tell you something, boy. You got what it takes. And then he signs him to a big musical contract, and he's on the Andy Griffith Show. Am I around the bend on this?
No.
Okay, well, we have a tribute. Believe it or not, another banjo tribute.
Oh.
And here we go.
Hi, folks. Billy Mazing here, bringing you yet another one of my amazing made-for-TV offers exclusively to Bob and Tom Show listeners. Do you know someone who feels inclined to entertain everyone at every backyard cookout, get-together, or picnic by breaking out their out-of-tune banjo? Or maybe he just thinks the other guys in the band won't notice that he's playing a horribly out-of-tune banjo. Introducing my latest revolutionary Billy Mazing product that guarantees you won't have to listen to an out-of-tune banjo ever again. And it's easy to use. Just listen.
All right, guys, gather around. I've been working on this song. I think you're going to like it.
Whoa, Ray, jeez. Stop there, Ray. Tune that thing, will you?
Oh, man, is that out of tune again? Hang on, this will take just a second.
Hold on there, Ray. You know what? The guys and I all chipped in, and well, we were gonna wait and give this to you for Christmas, but I think maybe
Give it to him now. Yeah, give it to him now. Come on.
Yeah, good idea. Here, Ray, you'll never play that banjo out of tune again.
Oh, gee, thanks, fellas. Now, how's this thing work? Kind of looks like...
Here, let me show you. Just let me see how out of tune this thing is here. That's what I thought.
Will that fix it?
Oh, it'll fix it. Just watch this.
Hey, what are you doing?
That's right, folks. It's my new Billy Mazing banjo tuner hammer. From the same amazing engineers that brought you my revolutionary jar hammer that opens any jar quickly and easily. And the left-handed jar hammer, for you lefties, comes the incredible banjo tuner hammer. Here's how it works. If the banjo is out of tune for just a few seconds, just pull out my amazing banjo tuner hammer and whammo, problem solved. This is the last banjo tuner you'll ever buy, folks. You'll get peace of mind that can only come from peace and quiet. That, my friends, is priceless. But the Billy Mazing banjo hammer tuner does have a price. How much would you pay?
$1,000. $5,000. $10,000.
Ha ha ha! Not even close. Just listen.
The Billy Mazing Banjo Hammer Tuner is only $39.95 or 3 easy payments of $19.95 each plus shipping and handling of $59.95. At $9.95 for express delivery and include 5%, 7%, or 8% tax if you live in Florida, Idaho, Nebraska, or New York, respectively. Rhode Island residents don't even bother trying to order from us.
There you go, Ray. It's not out of tune anymore. You bastard! That's just a stupid hammer.
That's not just any hammer. It's my amazing Banjo tuner hammer. Wireless, battery-free, and if you order today, I'll even throw in free clear coat rust proofing. All you do is whack it and forget it.
Oh, damn it. Now I can't play my banjo anymore.
Yeah, we know, Ray. We know. Thanks, Billy.
You're welcome. But wait, there's more. My amazing Banjo tuner hammer works on practically any out-of-tune instrument. Guitars, trombones, harmonicas, and more. You name it, we maim it. But I'm not done yet.
No?
Have a bigger out-of-tuned instrument you need to take care of? Then try my amazing tuner sledgehammer.
Oh.
Just hit it and forget it. Pianos, accordions, cellos, church organs, theremins. Scary. Order today and I'll send you both items for only $149.95. That's amazing. And I should know because I'm Billy Mazing.
Oh, thank you very much, Billy. Theremin. In case your theremin is out of tune. Now, coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Kostaki Economopoulos and find out what's going on with Kostaki. But right now, I want to remind you that that room over there is known as the Navy Federal Credit Union Newsroom. Christy?
That's right, and it's Military Appreciation Month. No one more reliable and committed than the men and women of the military. That's why since 1933, Navy Federal Credit Union has been committed to being there for their members through all of life's challenges. As May is Military Appreciation Month, and Navy Federal Credit Union is proud to serve active duty, military, veterans, and their families.
That's right. During Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union is celebrating with special offers on car loans, credit cards, certificates, and much more. Now, more than ever, we want to say thank you.
And join Navy Federal Credit Union in thanking our service members during this month. Show your appreciation. Put up some tweets, posts, captions, and use the hashtag #MissionMilitaryThanks.
Navy Federal serves all active duty veterans and their families, which is why Christy and I are proud members. Our fathers were in the Army.
That's exactly right, Josh. Navy Federal Credit Union, where our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is federally insured by the NCUA.
Oh, it's very sexy there at the
Yes,
end.
thank you.
Coming up, a comedian, Kostaki Economopoulos, and what movie has the most swear words in it and what actor has cursed the most in cinema is coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, we like to be social here at the Bob and Tom Show. You can be social, too. Check out Bob and Tom's Instagram, including pictures of us with friends and guests when they used to stop by. Remember that? Also, highlights from the show on our Instagram. Head on over to bobandtom.com for quick links to all of Bob and Tom's social media sites. And don't forget, you can always email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com, if there's a request of a comedian, a song, a bit, something you've heard maybe several years ago, maybe last week. Let us know. We'll see if we can't get it on for you again as an instant request right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. This Is Us stars Mandy Moore and Justin Hartley will co-host NBC's Red Nose Day. It's a special to raise money and awareness for kids in need. The network's 6th annual event will include musical performances, sketches, and short films that shows how donations are used to help kids living in poverty in America and other countries. The special airs on Thursday and also includes musical artists John Legend, Kelly Clarkson, Sam Smith, James Taylor, and many more. He was good at being bad, at least as bad as one could be in a sitcom from the late 50s, early 60s. The actor who played Eddie Haskell on Leave It to Beaver has died. Ken Osmond was 76. His character was to have been a one-off as a pal to Tony Dow's Wally, Beaver's older brother. But he was so good at causing trouble for his peers while ingratiating himself to adults, he ended up in nearly half the episodes. Osmond, however, so linked to the character of Eddie, he had trouble getting other roles and eventually became a Hollywood police officer. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Okay, he's here. Okay, good.
Hey, what's going on, Chris? What's up, babe?
Dog's here, guys. Okay, this is Mr. Mad Dog Sings the Blues.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, Dog, how are you? Listen,
Sorry,
Steve's
I'm
got the band rehearsed. We're all set. I see you've got some new lyrics here. I didn't think anything rhymed with speculum.
Did some research. Hello, ladies. How are you? Looking good.
Hi, Mad Dog.
Hello.
Listen, Dog, Ricky and I kind of rearranged this. We moved some stuff around here, but it's okay. Steve's got the band working.
Rearranged it? What change? I don't have the changes.
Steve, could you count it off?
Where's the changes?
Sing the blues, baby.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mr. Mad Dog, he can sing, and this cat can really swing. Mr. Mad Dog lights my fuse every time he sings the blues. Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby.
No, Dog, guitar solo. You lay back here. No, the sax. Lay back here.
Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby went to.
The girls sing here.
I don't have to change. Not my fault. All right, here. My baby. Is it? Where's?
He's in the bathroom, dog.
Tom's in the bathroom. Okay. All right.
Dog, I'm sorry. My teeth are floating. This is a little horn thing here. Just lay back for a second.
Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby went to the
Oboe solo here. Lay back here.
My baby went
A little tuba.
My baby.
No, this is the bagpipe solo here.
My baby went to the
Accordion solo.
accordion. My baby went to the
Sitar solo.
My baby.
Vienna Boys Choir.
Mr. Mad Dog, he can sing in the groove like B.B. King.
Circus Chip. I'll solo right here.
Listen to the music play. Come on, Mad Dog, take it away.
My baby went to the guy. No, he gave us such
That was
a
great, guys.
surprise. I could not
Okay, we're
even
done.
believe
Thank you.
it.
That was great, Dog.
Right before my
That's a wrap.
eyes.
Mr. Mad Dog
My-
sings the blues.
Wait, whoa, that's a wrap?
Perfect. Very good work. Let me thank the soloists. Oboe Jones and the oboe. That was very nice. Myron, the accordion solo was
Yeah, Myron.
flawless.
Nice job on the
Habib,
accordion. All
the
over
sitar.
it, babe.
A tear to my eye. Guys from Vienna.
Yep, 821 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee's got the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Rain today, high 66. Rain ends, cloudy overnight, down to 52. Cloudy on Wednesday, high 65. It's a soggy 59 right now.
Soggy.
Yeah, that's a good word for today, soggy.
It's a good word for the ground, not a good word for your panties.
Well, it depends.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
Well, yeah.
Wait a
Panties,
minute.
cereal. You don't want those to be too soggy.
Well, you want them a little wet.
No, but it's soggy.
Damp.
Soggy
Damp,
implies
moist?
there's like moss.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that. No.
Oh,
Bog.
Yeah, it's like a like
the
a
legend of Boggy Creek.
like a cheeseburger that you'd frozen and you thawed in the bun.
Peel it apart.
Oh wow, I lost my place. Welcome back. It's the Bob and Tom Show worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast on great radio stations. Happy to be here. Thank you so much for joining us.
How about ya?
That's Chip's new phrase, how about ya? Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Kostaki Economopoulos, who I don't think has a catchphrase. Maybe we can work on that.
biggest name in comedy.
Oh, well.
And you got to say it like a sick clown. The
Biggest name in comedy.
Kostaki doesn't rhyme with anything, but chick rhymes with something.
Yeah, it does.
Let's see now.
Are you thinking dick? Oh, fine.
No. Let's see. The woman with the soggy panties
is Christy Lee.
No,
What?
Oh.
No, mine are dry.
Well,
same.
Don't laugh too hard.
That's a good minor voice show
Why
song.
doesn't that happen to guys? Do the guys laugh, giggle, and they pee a little bit? Doesn't that happen sometimes, or is it
Does
just
that happen to
ladies?
guys? It happens to women. I know that.
Because we didn't squeeze a baby out of our penises.
That's true.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm sure there's somebody
Oh,
out
did you
there.
have a kidney stone?
You ever have a kidney stone?
No,
Oh,
no,
man.
I'm just joking. Let's see. Of course, let's see who's who here.
I've heard it's true.
The OriginSouls.com sidekick chair is occupied by Josh Arnold.
That's right.
I'm Josh Arnold.
Banjo owner. I'll explain that to Kostaki in just a second. The CrazyCockWine.com sports desk is right over there. Ask your liquor store, why don't you have Crazy Cock wine yet? It's great. It comes in the can.
Major malfunction?
Speaking of coming in the can.
Here's Ace.
No. Ace is our engineer. Hey, Kostaki, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning, everybody.
Now, a couple quick things. I don't know if you're aware of this, but we've been following an exciting news story. Josh owns a banjo, which he led us to believe he was going to be able to bring in here today. Turns out it's in a different state.
I never once led you to believe that I could bring this in today.
By the way,
let me play the audio, Kostaki, where he says he's bringing it in.
We're on,
all right, yeah, play it.
We're on day 2 of this.
Where's my point?
Kostaki, listen very carefully, please. Here it comes.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if.
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Thanks.
That lusty, gleeful laughter at the end is Jess Hooker laughing like she's watching Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Yeah, when my dad died, he left a bunch of stuff, obviously, and my brothers and I were going through it, and they said, who wants the banjo? And I said, I'll take it.
Yeah, Josh played.
But I wasn't able to bring, I didn't have room in the car.
I'll bring it in as soon as I can.
I said I need to get it in.
Why didn't you have room in the car? Were you just taking the rest of his stuff?
No, I was taking other things. I had my luggage. I had other people.
Road snacks.
Oh, boy.
That's right. It was either, do I take the banjo and throw out the Fritos
or the Chico sticks?
Right. What do I?
Have you ever had a Chico stick?
No, what's a Chico stick?
I've never had enough courage to try a Chico stick.
Yeah, this is off topic. Hey, Kostaki, good to see you.
Okay. Anyway.
Look what I got. Hang on.
Okay.
We got a Chico stick?
Someone sent me this, and I had it sitting around for a while because I wanted the cooties to wear
off. Cardboard box. Yes, he's opening it.
And inside the box. Can you read this?
Holy cow.
What are they?
That's right.
It says Josh.
Josh, Rebecca, and Perica.
We were told about this.
And there's this other flavor. I guess it looks like they're pretzels and goldfish.
Oh my gosh, what a combo.
Look at that.
This is sour cream and onion. More, Josh.
Here we go. Hit me.
Okay, hang on a second.
No, they got my name on them, dummy.
Nice catch. Wow.
Gee, way to
right
go.
there.
Nice
way to go,
throw.
God.
Now they're crumbled.
Here, I got one for Josh.
I would hope you'd have one for me. They have my name on it.
Okay, this is... This one is...
where are these from?
Sasamkaman Crispy Rebecca.
Okay.
Where are they from?
Tom, once again, way to go, Favre. He knocked over Josh's coffee.
Oh, man.
Right to you.
Oh, my God.
Can you imagine if we
I
did
threw
that?
it to your right hand. Do you need some Kleenex to clean that up?
Oh, we'll get some towels. I'll get you some towels.
Okay. This comes to us from
Aces on it.
Colonel Butler, U.S. Army.
Oh, they're pretty good.
From the Embassy of the United States of America in Belgrade, Serbia.
Serbia.
Yeah, thank you.
Remember the morning I just threw a bottle of water and knocked your coffee over just for the hell of it? Remember that morning?
Here we go. It says, as promised, find a sampling of Josh Snacks from Serbia. And it ends, enjoy. This is from Tom Butler, Colonel Tom Butler. And at the end he says, Ziveli, which apparently means cheers in Serbian. Did we stain the carpet over there?
You are a menace.
Well, it was right to. I threw it right to his right hand.
I hope it's on video somewhere. You'll see
We
how
got it
far
on
away.
video somewhere. We're going to take a look at it.
Ray Charles would have been able to catch that.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
if he weren't deceased.
6 feet above my head.
Okay, so thank you, Colonel Butler. We appreciate your service. And now so is someone going to try some of these chips?
I already did. They're really good. Sour
Chicks
cream
eating
and onion,
them.
yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all the way from Serbia. They're still fresh?
You like a little Josh in your mouth there, chick?
They are. Yeah. This piece of Josh tastes pretty good.
That's not the first time you've said that, huh?
Got some Josh in your mouth? Want some?
Yeah. Okay. Now,
Hi, Kostaki.
Kostaki, I probably shouldn't ask this. Is your father still with us?
No.
He did not leave me a banjo.
And he only didn't you only have one leg? We have a great podcast. Jess and I talked about Kostaki's dad on one of the best episodes we ever had on our podcast.
That's right. We all cried at the end.
Yes, we did.
That's right.
Well, Kostaki, because we did a little survey in the room here, and my father is deceased. Mr. Godwin's father is deceased.
Yep.
Josh's father, who we were talking about, great American Larry, Vietnam combat veteran. Chick's dad is gone. Then I asked Ace if his dad, I didn't realize this, and here's what he said, Kostaki. Ace, you got anything out there? Is your father around?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I guess we're...
He wasn't around when he was alive.
Oh,
Wasn't around when he was alive. Way to go, Tom.
Wasn't around when he was alive, so he's playing bass with Josh's dad on the banjo. Talking about old times. Wow. So, Kostaki, what do you got going?
Well, my wife and I we're doing theme weeks. It started yesterday. It's an idea I had just to kind of mix up the Groundhog Day vibe around here.
Oh.
So every week we'll have a different theme.
What's the theme? What's the theme this week?
This week is Reach Out to Friends Week.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we brainstormed like 30 of these, and then we each circled like 7 or 8, and 4 were in common. So that's the first month. So we got Friends Week, we've got Creative Writing Week, we have Masterclass Week, and we have Hedonism Week.
Oh, all right.
When you said Masterclass Week, I thought you were going a different direction. And I say that's been Josh's house 6 weeks in a row.
Well,
I'm looking very forward to Hedonism Week. We couldn't do it right away because we had to have some time to order up all the Jägermeister and potato chips. And
Okay, that sounds like a fun idea. So how's it going so far?
Well, we just started. We'll let you know. I'm reaching out to a bunch of friends this week, so that'll be nice. Just have a different theme. Just add a little color to the monotony.
I look forward to getting a text.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
How about you, Chip?
Yeah, is this? Are you doing the Skype, or are you going to phone them up? How does this work?
A little bit of everything. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever works. We've got a little sort of drinking Zoom date with my wife with another couple, and I called a couple of buddies I hadn't talked to in a while yesterday, and so we'll just kind of mix it up. We'll see what happens.
All right.
I guess we weren't in the list, Josh.
Yeah.
Well, it just started.
I'm 24 hours in.
Yeah.
He's covering his bases right now, though. And knocking you out with one call.
Oh, so this counts as your friend call?
No, absolutely
sure.
not.
Yeah. Absolutely not. So I did bring along an economy monologue today about city slogans.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now we'll start with the only one everybody knows. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Right.
It took them a while to find just the right amount of subtlety for that. Their first effort was a little on the nose. Vegas, we got hookers and your wife doesn't have a teleporter. See, that's too,
Too direct.
that's a little too. Santa Fe, New Mexico, the city different. The city different. Who's their writer? Yoda? That's
Good point.
Are there so many immigrants now? The city slogan is in broken English. Yuma, Arizona. Experience our sense of Yuma.
Is that true?
That is a real thing, yes.
Oh, my.
I think I did. Looks like you enjoy puns. I'm out.
That sounds like the city for you, Tom.
Yeah. Are you aware of the famous Yuma joke?
Oh.
There's a Yuma joke?
There's a very, very long Yuma joke.
Does it involve humidity by any chance?
Very long.
No, it doesn't involve a lot of Yuma. When you get to the end,
It involves a name calling, I believe.
yeah. We'll try to get to that later. Back to you. Do you have the Reno, Nevada? That's the famous slogan.
Reno is the
Biggest
little city.
The biggest little city. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
which
right.
is a weird one. But what else
That is
did you
a weird
dig up? I did not know about any of these except for Vegas and Reno.
There's a bunch of them. Some of the little tiny towns have some great silly ones. Fort Davis, highest town in Texas. I thought that was Austin. Patontock, Mississippi, the land of hanging grapes. That's the same nickname I have for my boxers. Walla Walla, Washington. The city's so nice they named it twice.
I like that one, but why hanging grapes? Slow down a second. The land.
If I'm not mistaken, it's based on the word Patontock that the city ended up being named after.
I see.
I think it's a connection there. Something with the meaning of the word.
Okay, I just hope it wasn't I was concerned that it might be a misinterpretation. Never mind.
Atlanta, the city too busy to hate. And the cynic in me is like, boy, if we could get some time, we could get back to some hating. That'd be nice.
Drive through during rush hour.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
You don't hate it.
You're reading the news lately. I think.
Yeah, you can hate lots of people in rush hour of all creeds. Cincinnati, Porkopolis.
Yep.
That sounds like a relative of mine. I'd like you to meet Konstantinos Porkopolis.
Did Donnie Baker name that city?
Yeah, no joke.
That's right. Yeah, here's another Donnie Baker one. Charleston, South Carolina, the Big Sweet Grass Basket. Sounds like something Donnie would say. I'd get it right in the grass basket, man.
They make a nice grass basket, though.
Are a lot of these actually used, though? I mean,
I don't know.
Well, that's a good question. Right. Hereford, Texas, town without a toothache. I hope it's not because there are no teeth. Hershey, Pennsylvania, the sweetest place on earth. Now, there's a town with a toothache. This is a good, interesting one. Omaha, rare, well done.
Steak reference, sure.
Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just, wait a minute.
Omaha
Enjoy
steaks.
that one.
Is there a comma or anything?
I think it's a period.
Rare period, well done.
Period. Yes, they commit to the whole pausing.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that too. I like that there's a period in there. Gettysburg, South Dakota, where the battle wasn't.
Oh, that's good.
That is good. Yeah.
Yes.
Here's another good one. San Andreas, California. It's not our fault.
Oh, I saw that coming.
It certainly is.
Yeah, I saw that coming too.
Leavenworth, Kansas. How about doing some time in Leavenworth?
No.
Gas, Kansas. Don't pass gas. Stop and enjoy it.
Amazing.
And finally here, Hooker, Oklahoma. It's a location, not a vocation.
All right.
I remember vocational school. I don't remember that major.
Typically, you drop out to major in that.
Yes.
Sadly.
Yes.
Age-wise and everything.
That would make it more sad. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Cleveland Rocks. All right. Now, I like Cleveland. I think Cleveland gets a bad rap. But as far as rocking, they have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You guys know what time it closes when it's open?
No, what time?
5:30 p.m. Really? Is that when Jimi Hendrix is all done rocking?
I don't think Hendrix would have been up before 5:30.
Yeah. Hanson stayed up till 9.
Good point. Kostaki Economopoulos. Great stuff, Kostaki.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the week of connecting with friends. And then which one is next week? Do you know?
Next week, I think we're going to do the writing one.
Great.
We'll work up to hedonism. I wanted to have an exercise week, but my wife didn't pick that. I thought it would be nice lead into hedonism week, but I guess we're gonna have to do that later after hedonism.
Okay. Now, do you have any more scheduled concerts of any kind with the internet, et cetera, et cetera?
I do not. I did my big one, and I'm going to lay low for a while and work on some other stuff. I am doing Fantasy Throwback, my goofy fantasy show. You guys are invited to be contestants on that, too, by the way, friends.
Explain Fantasy What is Fantasy Throwback?
I get a couple of contestants on Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. on the Facebook fan page. We talk a little bit about football and what your path is and how you became a fan and whether you played fantasy. Then we introduce a game. I pick a specific game, often sort of a high-profile, memorable game from the past, the Super Bowl. Or last week we did the Michael Vick 50-yard run against the Vikings in overtime. And so we introduced the game, and then the players have a little mini fantasy draft. We have 8 guys to choose from. Then we watch a highlight package of the game. You guys root for your team, and we pick a winner. It's pretty fun. It's I've really enjoyed doing it. We're doing it every Wednesday night.
Cool.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kostaki. And I really like we'll have to look up more of these names. I like them very much.
Oh, the slogans.
The slogans.
Some of them are great.
We were talking about maybe having a slogan for your comedy. I guess you have the biggest name in comedy, which is
The biggest name in comedy.
Yeah.
That's one of the first jokes I ever wrote when I worked the Atlanta Punchline. They gave me a 5-minute set, and I called to ask them if I could do some time at the club, and they said, "Well, you got to have a big name to play here." Loophole.
Very nice. Thanks, Kostaki.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, Kostaki.
And you can find him in the world out there. Kostaki. Kostaki Comedy. Now, I want to remind you that a lot of stuff going on right now. Very confusing as to who can do what, when, and where. We're all trying to figure it out at the same time, and I hope things are getting better for you wherever you are. Napa Auto Parts is very concerned that one of the things that is essential is your ride, and making sure that that car or truck is working well. So that's why you'll find Napa Auto Parts stores up and running. Also, Napa Auto Care Centers, they can work on them for you. And, of course, NapaOnline.com. You can get stuff delivered right to your house if you're stuck there right now. So if you're heading to the store, you're on your way to work, just getting home safely is very important. Napa is there to provide quality parts and superior service to everybody on the road. Our friends at Napa have something we call Napa Know-How. Napa Auto Parts stores, Napa Auto Care Centers, and NapaOnline.com. That's Napa with Napa Know-How. Thank you very much, Napa. We're going to come back. Christy, we have
a great story. With all the masks around, you'd think this wouldn't be a problem, but apparently it was for a couple of robbers in Virginia who had to wear watermelons on their head.
I saw this video last night. I could not believe
I know.
It is the stupidest.
Yeah.
How dumb do you have to? Well, we'll find out.
Boy, you got a watermelon on your head.
We'll find out about it next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, coming up after the Bob and Tom Show, it's the laughter after. We call it Bob and Tom's work farce, all the fun without really that much effort. Ace Cosby's your host. Keep your smile going all day and keep your coworkers or your family or whoever's around you guessing what you're up to as you have your Raycon earbuds in, listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 throughout the day, right here on the Bob and Tom app. It's Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show on the way.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee, and this is your Bob and Tom Sports Update. California Governor Gavin Newsom has given the go-ahead for professional sports teams in the state to play without spectators soon. The governor said yesterday that sports could return in the first week or so of June without spectators and modifications and very prescriptive conditions. It's extremely welcome news for teams who are wondering if they would have to make contingency plans to play elsewhere. The return of live golf to television had a total audience delivery of 2.35 million viewers. Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson defeated Ricky Fowler and Matthew Wolff in the tailor-made driving relief. The exhibition raised at least $5.5 million for virus relief funds. NBC Sports says the total audience delivery 16% higher than the final of the Dell match play last year in Texas. And a move to ban the use of saliva to shine a cricket ball because of the danger of transmitting COVID may force bowlers to relearn or reinvent one of the sport's most prized but least understood skills. The International Cricket Council's Cricket Committee, comprising a roll call of former top players, has recommended on medical advice that spit polishing the ball during matches should be prohibited while the coronavirus pandemic persists. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. He went away, and you ran to town and started doing things that just weren't right. That's when you told me that you were thinking of going Mennonite. Son's back and you're gonna be in trouble.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Shaved off your beard, now all you got is stubble.
Hey ya, their person's back.
He's only been gone for a week or two.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Jacked up your buggy and painted it bright blue.
Hey ya, their person's back. Up to. You let those English boys corrupt you.
You've been running around and having lots of fun.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Person's back, and it's you we're gonna shun.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Wouldn't let us use your house for the prayer meeting.
Hey ya, their person's back.
'Cause you were installing central air and heating.
Hey ya, their person's back. Yeah, he knows about your cable and your TV in your stable.
What made you think you could get a baby dad? You want a sequin jacket and a rhinestone hat.
You will burn.
If I was you, I'd be praying for salvation.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Instead of flying to Hawaii for vacation.
Hey ya, their person's back.
Thought you could live just like they do in town.
Yo.
If you keep up this lifestyle, you'll be going down.
Straight to hell.
Joe Parsons back, he's gonna be your judge and jury.
Hey ya, their person's back.
If I was you, I'd grow a beard back in a hurry.
Hey ya, their person's back. Yeah, their person's back.
You better stop churning or you're gonna be
back.
burning.
Yeah, their person's
Stop
back.
shaving.
Yeah, their person's back. Yeah, their person's back. Yeah, their person's back.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
846 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
The mellifluous tones of the legendary Ace Cosby. Thank you for doing the time check, Ace. Thank you for getting it right. Thank you for being present.
Piece of...
Are you done? Okay, we have coming up cursing in movies as opposed to cursing on the radio. Right now, a quick update of the forecast.
Car X-Men calling for rain today. High 66, cloudy tomorrow 65, currently 59 degrees.
You know what I need over here? One of those big diesel truck horns. That's what I need.
Why?
Like they used to bring John Riggins out at RFK. One of those
That would be
things.
cool,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you get on that right now? Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast on great radio stations. Happy to be here. Let's see now. got a great gift
What do we get?
from Serbia.
Oh, I gotta try these. Yeah.
Try the sour cream and onion. I tried
More
those.
Josh.
Are those
snack crackers.
barbecue?
Let's find out. Let's find out.
These were sent to us.
I think they're cheesy.
From Colonel Thomas Butler, United States Army. Thank you, sir.
They're crunchy. They kept their crunch.
These are chips, and the name of the chips, I guess, is More Josh. Josh, how are they? Josh, what flavor are those?
It doesn't really matter.
Delicious.
Delicious. Okay, very good.
Honestly,
thank you, Colonel, certainly for your service and for sending us the chips, sir.
Honestly, you don't know?
They're very plain.
They're what?
It's like a club cracker and a pretzel and a maybe a poppy seed or
Can
something.
you turn the music off, please?
Well, I didn't want to just hear Josh chomping.
Well, I think that was the bit. That was the hope that the chewing would then irritate you, and then we'd all laugh.
Try again.
Yeah, try again. Here
Josh
we
is
go.
eating
What
his
flavor
chips
are those?
from Serbia.
Josh?
Well, the more I chew, the more I realize they must. I think Serengeti is the flavor.
A little dry.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of Joshes in Serbia?
I noticed the sour cream and onion were a little dry.
Well, they've been sitting here for a month. I wanted to let the germs die.
Good Lord.
You need a drink? You got to walk.
Well, I knocked over his
Chewing on a
coffee.
tampon.
Any Josh juice over there? You can,
Yeah.
Chewing on a tampon.
Tom, how much
New or used?
How much would it take
New,
to
it's dry.
chew on a brand new tampon? How much would it? $100?
That wouldn't be
I'm not going to do that.
brand new. It's just
wanna
a piece
choke.
of cotton.
Idiot.
Can you imagine? I'd do it for $100.
And then floss with the string.
Sure. Godwin would do it for $100.
They use those little bitty ones at the dentist anyway when they prop your...
They do.
Yeah.
Okay, could we move on? I don't know what happened here. Let's see. That's Chick McGee stirring things up at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Josh is a little dry there with the Serbian potato
joke.
chips.
Look at
He's in the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair.
Makes a rice cake feel like an orange slice.
Your jaw's tired? Oh, we got
Chris-
a tampon. We got $100?
I am not chewing on a tampon.
What the hell is this?
Christy
Like a
Lee
stick?
is at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Yes, I am.
And let's see. Let's look around. On the TV screens, we have Pat Godwin. And then over there, we have the lovely Jessica Alsman.
Look at that.
Hello.
And,
I miss you guys.
What is that?
Oh, why did he whipped it out?
It's
Got a special
tampon.
applicator.
We've,
that's a
we're all
teeny one.
familiar with them. We've all.
That's a
Well,
scary
how does
one.
it? Yeah, it's scary looking.
Very important to have that plastic
Yes,
applicator. though.
very
You don't wanna do it
important.
much, but-
You
my
pulled
gosh.
that. You pull down on the applicator. Yeah, and then
Yeah, you leave it in there, you're going to have some issues.
You push in on the applicator.
Maybe toxic shock.
is always funny. Yeah, and
Why
then
don't you apply it
and then
rectally and give us
then
the.
all of
Okay,
a
you
sudden,
done? Can we move on?
Hello, cervix.
At your cervix.
Huh? Tommy?
Before we get to some
A little
nice
lipstick.
requests,
Lipstick for your service.
there was an interesting thing in the news, just came over the wire a few minutes ago, that the cruise ships,
Yeah.
at least one of the companies has decided they are not going to be doing buffets anytime soon.
That's probably good.
I think that I know no one can agree on anything anymore in this world. Everything's gotten politicized.
That's
but
not true.
I think that a buffet would be
Only
a spectacularly bad idea.
someone from the Independent Party would say that.
Yeah, it is a spectacular.
So I just think that's one thing you won't be seeing anytime soon. Make up your own mind. It's your life, not mine. Now, Pat, you were a working comedian on cruise ships for many years.
Yeah, 3 years.
And they have some pretty nice buffets.
All of the cruise lines have great buffets, yeah.
But I guess not anymore.
No.
As they gear up to get back out there in the sea, which will be a very cool thing, I'm sure. But
You know who the expert is on cruise lines?
Who?
Willie Concarney.
Oh!
Is Willie here?
I had no idea.
Right here.
Oh, hi, Willie.
That's exciting.
Hello, Chick McGee.
How are you, my friend?
I'm so lonely down in Mexico because before it was all the cruise line people. And I'm poorer now. I'm doing it for the greater good, but I miss the cruise line people.
I bet.
So I sing a song about them if I could.
Please.
See all the tourists in Cabo buying those big sombreros, filling up on those margaritas. Oh, the cruise cruise ship people sure love fajitas. They eat the tacos, tamales, and taquitos. Chips with salsa and burritos. They have the nachos, ceviche, and too much alcohol. But what do they do before their next port of call? Do you know what they do?
No, what they do?
They gotta take a shit, a big old shit. After the beans and guacamole dip, they gotta take a huge shit. After tortilla chips, then they drop a dose on the boat. Plop, plop, plop. Thank you very much. I must go.
Take a ship.
Your English is not really getting very much better, Willie. They take a ship to the next
Yes.
port. Okay.
When we have to speak about this, and we will, I don't know if that could have turned out any better. That was amazing.
Well, thank you very much. Now, Christy, are we going to learn about cursing right now?
No, well, first we're going to talk about a Wyoming strip club that celebrated its reopening with a masks on, clothes off party.
Wow.
The Den, which operates on the Colorado-Wyoming border, was one of the first strip clubs in the country to reopen after the state eased its lockdown restrictions on Friday. While hand sanitizer is made available at the club, there is no social distancing in place, with dancers wearing masks as they exchange cash with and touch patrons, none of whom were seen wearing masks.
Okay. But I thought they were supposed to wear face masks, no?
They had on face masks. The dancers did. The people in the club did not.
Oh, I see. Well,
No, the dancers were wearing them.
were they wearing the high-quality hospital-grade N69?
No, they're wearing the blue disposables.
N95.
Oh, it's N95? Oh, I'm
yes.
so sorry. I thought it was N69. I had no idea.
But they were wearing. I saw this photograph. They were wearing the blue disposables.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you go to the champagne room, do the guys have to wear gloves? Do you know?
Well, the guys
when they
aren't
get a lap
allowed.
dance?
The guys aren't allowed to. You're not allowed to touch them, right?
Depends on where you're at.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm. Some places, when you get a lap dance, they ask you to sit on your hands. Others, they say, "Hey, touch away."
Do you tuck? I mean, do you tuck the bills in their face mask?
Oh, that's. I would hope not.
Well, I would hope not.
Still
That's
go with
just
the garter or the
Money
G-string.
is filthy.
money's dirty. It always has been.
Always filthy.
Well, I'm sure the patrons are very cognizant of the. I'm sure half these people are probably virologists.
Absolutely,
They
yeah.
just wanted to go there and check it out. Coming up, we're going to find out what movie has the most curse words. Is that what this is
Yes,
about?
and what
Christy?
most actor is guilty.
Yeah, I
of-
have a guess, but I don't know.
We'll get to that. Also, I saw this last night on television. The guys robbing the place wearing watermelons on their
Oh
heads.
yeah, we got to get
Covering their whole
heads.
Yeah, you'd think, as Christy pointed out, right now wearing a mask is you can get away with it, but
What about the bees? My God, the bees.
well, that's the thing. Bob and I used to host the Watermelon Bust, which was a famous event.
Great party.
At David Letterman's alma mater, and the guys would make helmets out of watermelons, and invariably they would get brutally stung because bees would fly up in there. So we'll find out about these clowns, and while they were, I guess, committing a felony with a watermelon.
Yes.
Okay, well,
and we have a sword in the news too today.
A what?
A sword.
Sword.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll find out about that as well when we return. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Hey, it's Tuesday, May 19th. Kostaki Economopoulos, actor Luke Wilson. It's a great Tuesday. Glad you could join us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. And we've got more of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
Hey, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Restaurant owners have given President Donald Trump a dire accounting of the widespread damage the coronavirus pandemic has dealt their industry and have asked him to tweak a loan program for small businesses to address their concerns. The president, meanwhile, put a hopeful spin on their situation, saying encouraging news on vaccines and treatment efforts could negate the bad news. In Hong Kong, tear gas ice cream is a thing for one shop, and far from being a cool treat, it's to remind people of the tear gas police have fired at protesters during months of demonstrations. One customer who has had a taste of the ice cream made with black peppercorns says the flavor is spot on because she has suffered a dose of tear gas. The shop owner says the flavor is a show of support for the pro-democracy movement in Hong Kong. And authorities in the Virginia town of Louisa say a pair of thieves ripped off a convenience store. Security footage shows both of them stealing items, wearing masks made from hollowed-out watermelons. It didn't take long for the police department to put out a call asking the public to track down the two melon heads. You could say the call helped. There was an arrest made shortly thereafter. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I think it'd be hard to learn the banjo by yourself.
Yeah,
I think that would be the only way to learn the banjo.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if.
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So I took his banjo.
Pat, go ahead. Do it again.
Josh, why do you have a banjo?
My dad died, and so I took his banjo. Trust me, there's no one laughing harder than my dad.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Hey, it's your drinking buddy, Jimmy Mad Dog Matus. You guys ever drink too much and find yourself in places you just should not be? I've been drinking all night long. I don't know where I've been. I stumble into a quiet place, a place called the Ramrod Inn. Judy Garland's on the jukebox. Some guy says, I dig your hair. I sober up and turn around and say, hold it there, Pierre. As I turn to walk away, I said, I sure as hell ain't gay. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell am I doing here? What the hell? What the hell am I doing here? I did it again. I drank too much beer. What the hell am I doing here? What the hell? So I wake up in this hotel lounge. I had too many beers. And everyone who's at the bar has great big pointy ears. The guy next to me looks like Captain Kirk, and he's standing at attention. Somehow I've just been beamed aboard a damn Star Trek convention. Excuse me, Mr. Spock.
Hi, how are you? 901 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee's right there. She's got the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. It's soggy, rainy day today. 66 will be our high. Clouds overnight down to 52, and then a mostly cloudy Wednesday with a high of 65. Right now we have 61 degrees.
Okay, I'm still trying to train Alexa over here. Now, Alexa, when I say play the Bob and Tom Show on Q95 via iHeartRadio, you're going to do it, okay? I don't want to have to ask you again. Thank you. I'm homeschooling Alexa, Christy. What are you doing in there?
Oh, I am talking about my friends at Westgate Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
If they can't do it, nobody can.
Thank you. Yes, that's right. It's the Beat It or Cash It event going on right now at Westgate. At Westgate, if they can't beat the new vehicle deal you'll get at any local Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram dealer, they'll pay you $2,500. You've nothing to lose, so much to gain. So come on out to Westgate. If they don't give you the best deal on a new 2019 or 2020 Chrysler Jeep Dodge or Ram, they'll hand you $2,500.
Aren't you going to Jeep it up? Isn't this your big goal?
Yeah, come on, we got to Jeep you.
I would love to be Jeeped.
Jeep him.
Beat It or Cash It event. Get the lowest price or get on the way to the bank with $2,500. No time to wait. Yes, you might as well do this right now off Highway 40. It's Westgate Auto next to Coles and Plainfield and online at westgateauto.com.
Thank you, Christy Lee, with the mellifluous voice and the soggy shorts.
Yes, that's me.
Well, because it's raining outside.
Right.
No other. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah.
It's great to be here. We got a fascinating story coming up. Just in case you weren't feeling superior to anybody today. Having one of those days where everybody seems like they're smarter than you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Josh.
Everybody seems to be on your case, from your best girl down to your
that's
boss
Brownsville
down to your
Station.
girlfriend.
Here at the Bob and Tom program, we seek out.
Tell you about it.
We seek
We're not going
out.
to be smoking in the boys' room.
We seek out news stories in which you realize, yep, there are people that are stupider than me. And this is one of them. I saw this last night. I could not get over the video. It looks like something from a movie, but it's real. Christy, take it from here.
Police in Virginia arrested one of two suspected robbers who were wearing watermelons on their heads during their robbery. According to the Louisa Police Department, two suspects robbed the Sheetz gas station on May 6th.
How do they spell that?
Sheetz. Sheetz.
Is that the name of the station, or is that the town?
No, it's the name of the station.
Because the church
Thank
there,
you.
of course, would be the Holy Sheets.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Is
Back
that
to you.
right?
Where was I? Oh, the two suspected bank robbers entered the Sheetz gas station May 6th wearing hollowed out watermelon rinds with holes cut out for the eyes. Authorities initially asked for the public's help in identifying the bear and instructed people to use the case reference melonheads when calling in. Police did later update their Facebook post to say that an arrest had been made. So apparently they have one of two suspects so far.
Wow. It is just what you think it is. It's
So
guys
comical.
with giant watermelons over their head.
And they have eyes cut out and
Yeah.
how strange.
What a bad idea. Yeah, they just I can't tell. Is this one guy, is that a gun tucked in his pants? I can't tell. Was it say if it was an armed robbery or not?
It does not say. It says attempted robbery. So.
Okay.
Police are calling them the Gallagher Bandits.
Oh, that is good.
So they're hoping.
there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go. Wasn't there a...
And it's only Tuesday.
Wait a minute. Wasn't, Josh, hold on.
Yes?
This is in your sphere. Wasn't in the movie Pumpkinhead where the guy put on the pumpkin head and didn't he rob...
What? No, in the movie Pumpkinhead, it's a demon sort of being. It doesn't really have. Really an
I thought they robbed a bank in that.
No.
It's just called Pumpkinhead.
Okay. Well, that actually reminds me of another story about a bank robbery that we just heard about from Mr. Obvious.
Heidi ho, welcome once again to the Mr. Obvious Show. I'm, of course, your affable host, Mr. Obvious. Shall we take a call? Hello, Mr. Obvious Show.
Hello, is this Mr. Obvious?
It is, caller, but I'm having kind of a hard time hearing you.
Oh, man, this is so great talking to you, Mr. Obvious. I'm a long-time listener and a first-time caller.
Well, I'm certainly glad you called. Not to belabor the point, caller, but it is difficult to hear you. Can you speak up?
Yeah, Mr. Obvious. I was saying I'm a long-time listener and a first-time caller. You like get over here across the street where it might be safer.
Get across the street. What's going on, caller?
Okay, I can speak up a little bit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that is. I can indeed. That's much better. Now, what's going on, caller?
Oh man, Mr. Obvious, I had to cross the street to get away from the bank.
The bank. Okay, now what's wrong with the bank, caller?
Well, Mr. Obvious, I think it's being robbed.
Oh no!
Oh my land! Well, did you call 911, caller? My goodness.
Well, no. I wasn't sure if I should call the police or if I should confront the robbers.
No, don't confront them. Of course you shouldn't confront them. They could be armed, caller.
Armed? You think so, Mr. Obvious?
Well, do I think they could be armed? Of course they could. That's what robbers do. They carry around guns or knives or bombs, and they rob people.
Yikes. I'm sure glad I didn't confront them then.
Yeah. Is the robber still in there?
Robbers, Mr. Obvious. There's more than one. There's a whole bunch of them.
Goodness, more than one. Well, how many, caller?
Oh, gosh. I saw at least 4 or 5 of them.
Okay, would you be able to identify them to the police?
I'm not so sure about that, Mr. Obvious. They're all wearing masks.
Masks? You mean like pantyhose masks?
That's a good one, Mr. Obvious. That's funny.
No, I'm not being funny. Robbers often wear pantyhose over their heads to disguise their features.
Huh? I'll be darned.
Yeah.
No, these fellas weren't wearing pantyhose. They were wearing those masks like you might see a doctor wear. And the robbers, most of them were also wearing gloves. I assume keep from leaving fingerprints everywhere.
Masks and gloves, caller?
Yep. Oh, another thing. This might help. They all seem like they were spaced about 6 feet apart from each other. The gang.
Oh, my land, caller. Those people are not robbing the bank.
And not robbing the... How do you know?
Caller, they're protecting themselves from the coronavirus by covering their noses and mouths and wearing gloves.
You don't say.
And as a matter of fact, you should be doing the same, caller.
Me? I'm not going to be going in the bank, Mr. Obvious.
No, it's not just the bank where you need the protection. You should practice being safe at the post office, the grocery store, wherever you might come in contact with people. You should be wearing a mask and gloves.
A mask and gloves?
Uh-huh.
Well, I never made a connection.
Don't you watch the news, caller? How could you not know?
Oh, gosh, no, I haven't seen the news for a while, Mr. O. I've been binge watching that Tiger King show ever since my boss told me not to come into work.
Oh, well, like a lot of people, you must be working from home.
No, he fired me. Incompetence. Which I don't get. I hardly ever took bathroom breaks or anything.
Okay, caller, it pains me, but we're going to have to go right now.
Oh, okay. Mr. Obvious?
Yes, caller.
Mr. You're a lifesaver.
Well, it sounds like you took my advice and put on your mask. I'm proud of you, caller, for taking heed during these unusual and trying times.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Mr. Obvious. I didn't have a mask with me, but luckily the fella in front of me at the store sneezed into his handkerchief and dropped it on the ground.
Goodbye, caller. Until next time, this is Mr. Obvious saying so long.
Thank you very much. The home of the Mr. Obvious Show, the Bob and Tom program. And we have Christy Lee. I can see her right there. She's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom on the phone with her lawyer.
No, I'm not. I'm ready
every
to
day
do
she
another
calls up and she
story.
goes, actionable? Actionable? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's on speed dial. Hey, police in Wales were called out to respond to a man wielding a sword. Witnesses said armed officers confronted Lennon Thomas at Hendray Lake in St. Mellons last Wednesday evening.
Yes. St. Mellons?
That's what it is, St. Mellons.
Doesn't that sound like a character from like a bad issue of Playboy?
Yes,
yeah.
it does. Our Lady of the St. Mellons.
I'm Agnes St. Mellons.
A police spokesperson said officers located a young man who was dressed up as a knight and carrying a toy sword. No criminal offenses were committed, and the man was given suitable advice. I don't know what that advice was, but the 20-year-old, a Dungeons & Dragons fan, said his outfit was, quote, simply me practicing a hobby of mine.
Oh, protecting his virginity. I'll bet it worked. Oh, yeah.
I'll bet you're right. Yes.
All right.
I'm saying this. One of my sons has a, what's it called? Dungeons & Dragons podcast.
No kidding.
What?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yes.
Are you kidding? Have
Sam?
you listened to, have you listened?
Yes, Sam, not Willie.
Have you listened to Greg Warren's crossword puzzle podcast?
No, I've got to listen because I'm a crossword puzzle guy.
And he wants you as a guest.
Yeah,
you know?
future guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to sit down and circle the words that I'm mad about that they've used that aren't real words in crossword puzzles. I
can't stand
Will Shorts, I'm coming after you, mister.
You brought it up.
Yeah, I know. It's my fault. I was trying to get some
You watch out, Will
publicity
Shorts.
for that awful Greg Warren.
I've seen some of those. I've seen some of those puzzles you've let go by. Not a word, mister.
Researchers found dogs go through their own emotional puberty just like humans.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
I agree
duh.
with this, yeah.
I could have told you that.
After studying the behavior of would-be guide dogs going through adolescence, researchers noticed that 8-month-old dogs were, quote, twice as likely to ignore the sit command compared to 5-month-old
Sit.
dogs.
It's always
I said
amusing when dogs going through puberty, their voice cracks when they bark.
Yeah, oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I've got this is my first female golden retriever, Winnie.
Yeah.
Of all the
really?
Goldens I've had. Yes,
I've always had ladies.
This is my first female dog, and she just went through this. I found a copy of a Begging Bitch Monthly magazine.
Oh, man, yeah.
Over there in her corner.
See, I have the opposite because I've never had a male dog before, and Leo started hiking his leg recently, and I'm like, what's that all about?
Got his wang right out there.
The vet said it's adolescence.
So when he
now he's an
pees, does he
adult.
lift his leg or does he crouch?
Now he's lifting his leg. He didn't before.
Right now, my male golden doesn't know he's supposed to lift his leg.
How old is he?
8.
Oh. Well,
And
he
he's
won't.
never, he's always been a croucher.
Both the ladies crouch, yeah.
But my lady dog crouches.
And I submit the most stubborn breed of animal, dog, Australian Shepherd.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't seen stubborn. I'll come over to my place. We'll go for a walk. And
all right.
My lady dog will sit after 200 yards and you have to literally drag her and she won't go anywhere. Christy's right. I've got to get a wagon for this
Sit
dog.
there and stare. Come on in. And
So anyway,
just
my
stares
son Sam has the Dungeons and Dragons podcast that he does. So I got to be careful.
Egghead.
His nerd level. But, that's probably where he got the notion of doing the great Tiger King jingle.
Tiger King, a tiger, Tiger King. Tiger King, a tiger, Tiger
Which
King.
of course led to
Tiger King, Larry King, Larry King.
Yep.
Which led to, of course,
Eagle King, Eagle King.
Right.
And that led to
King, a pussy, pussy king. Pussy, pussy king.
Pussycat King.
Sing it.
Sorry.
Let him go.
See, there's like some weird counter melody going on in there. I think
gorgeous.
And I think one of my other sons, Willie, I think is going to call up. I think he's got another quiz for us or something.
Okay.
We'll find out what's going on with Willie in just a second. I want to remind you. It's so funny because we get a lot of mail here at the Radio Ranch, is what they all say. I'm getting love letters for Raycon earbuds.
As you should.
From people that bought them. Raycon, they're great wireless earbuds. They're about half the cost of those white ones that keep falling out of your ears. And they've got special adjusting rubber tips that so they fit your ears perfectly. And now's the time because you can get Raycons delivered right to your house. You don't have to go in the store. And we're talking half the price of the white ones. And they're the E25 earbuds. They're the best. Great bass. Just ask Snoop Dogg or Chick McGee.
All right. I'll save you 6 years of looking like I had to, and just go and get a set of Raycons right now.
These
Go,
are
man,
great.
go.
15% off your order right now if you go to buyraycon.com/Tom. Now, these are a Bluetooth paired, of course, more bass, 6 hours of playtime. Like I said, they're Raycons, Raycon. And let's face it, now's the time. You're spending a lot of time with certain people, and maybe if they ask you one more question, you're going to consider homicide. That's why you want to have some time to yourself with your Raycons, or maybe make some phone calls to your friends. Raycon. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off the Raycon wireless earbuds. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Once again, it's buyraycon.com/Tom. How easy is that to remember? You're going to be writing me a letter of thanks, just like many, many that I have received here in the Bob and Tom Show. Now, when we come back, it'll be young Willie, and then we have our cursing segment coming up.
Yes, we do, and we have to do Today in History because it's one of the biggest days of my life in history today.
Wow, okay.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
a teaser, all right.
Can't wait to hear it.
Wow.
Just move on.
Could we
Don't
guess?
try and guess.
Could we
No,
guess?
just move on.
Do you know what it is?
First Menses?
No.
See, this is what we get when we guess. I tried. I
Hyman?
tried.
Okay. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Remember, folks, for everything Bob and Tom, check out one site, bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, plus links to all of our social media sites. You can even access the Bob and Tom VIP feature from there. Of course, much, much more. Take time to explore it today. It could be hours of fun for you. Check it out now, bobandtom.com. Don't forget, you can always email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. This Is Us stars Mandy Moore and Justin Hartley will co-host NBC's Red Nose Day. It's a special to raise money and awareness for kids in need. The network's 6th annual event will include musical performances, sketches, and short films that shows how donations are used to help kids living in poverty in America and other countries. The special airs on Thursday and also includes musical artists John Legend, Kelly Clarkson, Sam Smith, James Taylor, and many more. He was good at being bad, at least as bad as one could be in a sitcom from the late 50s, early 60s. The actor who played Eddie Haskell on Leave It to Beaver has died. Ken Osmond was 76. His character was to have been a one-off as a pal to Tony Dow's Wally, Beaver's older brother. But he was so good at causing trouble for his peers while ingratiating himself to adults, he ended up in nearly half the episodes. Osmond, however, so linked to the character of Eddie, he had trouble getting other roles and eventually became a Hollywood police officer. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Across the hall, there's a couple that I'm friendly with, and his wife goes to work every day while he stays home. I ran into him in the hall the other day. He invited me in for a drink, and one thing led to another. We ended up having sex.
Whoa.
And she says, now I just want it again. Do I go knock on his door after I see his wife leave, or is that too desperate?
Oh, my
Not
God.
So it's not that I feel bad, I helped him
Nothing.
cheat
No, no,
on
no.
his wife. I want it again.
Yes.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
We were sitting around the bar last Friday night just drinking and wondering what it'd be like if we picked the right numbers and hit the lottery. It was me, Bill, Sid, Harold, and Stan. Each of us had a different plan, and we all agreed how great getting rich would be.
Well, the first thing I'd do with all that cash is throw myself one hell of a bash. There'd be beer and hookers, pimps, and a circus clown. Then I'd get a new couch and reclining chair, maybe 4 mag wheels and central air. I tell ya, I'd have the classiest trailer in town. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery girl pulling out my balls. $1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Man, if I ever won that pile, I'd go to work with a great big smile. And the people that tick me off would better beware. I'd even go in late the very first day and find my boss, and here's what I'd say: Mr. Jenkins, kiss the ass of a millionaire. Then I'd find that secretary I think so cute, the one who threatened me with that harassment suit, when I told her I liked it when she wore her skirts real short. Then I'd grab her boobs, one in each hand, then kiss her, hand her $100 grand and say, here you go, darling, we just settled out of court. So next week when each winning number falls, I hope to see that lottery chick pulling out my balls. $1 million would sure improve our lives.
We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Well, you wouldn't believe all the stuff that I'd get, like a mansion on the beach and a new Learjet. I'd buy a casino in Vegas and send my boy to Yale. But the casino would be a financial mess, and I'd get indicted by the IRS. Well, I'm not buying a ticket this week. I don't want to go to jail.
Well, if I won that money, I wouldn't be greedy. I'd use some of that cash to help the needy. I'd build a school for poor kids and get them all computers. The church needs money for their charities. Doctors need money to cure disease. But that last 10 grand's for my wife. She needs big new Hooters. So next week when each winning number falls, see that lottery girl pulling out my balls. $1 million would sure improve our lives. We could quit our jobs and dump our wives.
Yes, sir. 9:22 on the nose at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
She's got a nose, and it's a pretty cute one. It's Christy Lee with a quick forecast.
Why, thank you, Tommy. Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. It'll have rain today. Look for a high of 66. A bit dry right now. Enjoy it while it lasts. 61.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
How about ya?
Chick McGee trying to cram How About Ya down our throats.
We like How About You.
Love it.
Yeah.
Everybody likes How About Ya?
Big fan.
Except
But
for you.
Even watch this. Hey, Willie.
Chick, how about you,
How
baby?
about ya, baby? Yeah.
How about you's already locked in. It's confirmed. How about you?
I'd have to just check one box on the will, and you're out.
Oh, you got it down to checking boxes?
Oh, yeah, it's very easy. I've already checked one of them.
It's a lot of boxes.
Let's see now. We have found ourselves here in the Bob and Tom program. There's my son, Willie. I can see him in his apartment in Chicago growing his mustache.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
It's starting to really look good, Willard.
Yeah, it is.
That is, yeah.
Thank you very much.
They're lying.
Your dad is not a fan.
No, it looks good.
Thank you, Jessica.
Why do
Jessica,
you
stop
hate
it.
everything we like?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good gauge.
Wait, real quick. I just want to say, I did hear, I'm so sorry. I heard that everyone in the room has lost their fathers, and that's such a shame. But I just want to let you guys know, as a guy with a father, it's not that great. You are on to something.
Wow, I just checked that box.
Check that box. We checking them boxes, baby.
Now, Willie, I know that you're a very good guitar player.
Sure.
And I know you and well, and you and Pat have played guitar together many times. Pat's a great guitar player. I can't think of any comedians who can play the guitar at the same level as Pat.
Oh, there's a couple.
Dan Chopin, Joe Marlotti.
Not even close.
Banks is pretty good. Todd Young's a professional guitar.
Henry Phillips?
Yeah.
Henry Phillips.
Okay, so we've got that's 8.
That's just real quick off the top of our head.
No, Pat's the best.
That dude with that cat song the one time.
Who was that?
I think Berbiglia started playing the guitar.
Oh, he's the
the point is, Willie, I don't know if you heard about this, but for some reason, we got a really nice letter from a guy yesterday who was doing a 4.5-hour drive because his friend owns a banjo shop, and he owns a mandolin shop. He was driving toward Nashville.
He owns a banjo shop, and he was going to help his friend who owns a mandolin shop.
A nice guy, just took the time to say, hey, enjoying the show, making the drive. So I just read the letter and said hi to the guy, and then Josh spits out the following, and this is an actual recording of yesterday's show. Here you go.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if...
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Thanks. So that got us on the discussion about
fathers
whose dads weren't around. Now, Josh's dad, a great American, Vietnam combat veteran, did a nice job raising 4 boys and managed to not ever get out the napalm. Which he probably wanted to on many occasions. But Josh got the banjo. So we went around the horn here, Willie, and I didn't really think this through.
Right.
Nobody in this room has a living father.
Nope.
Sadly. Chick's dad's been dead for quite some time. My father's been gone for a long time. And obviously, Josh's dad just died in the last year or so.
10 plus.
Christy's dad sadly been gone a long time. And then I asked Ace. Now, pay close attention, Willie. I asked Ace about his dad. I didn't know, and here's what I found out. Ace, you got anything out there? Is your father around?
No.
Oh, sorry. Well, I guess we're...
He wasn't around when he was alive.
Oh!
Wasn't around when he was alive.
Way to go, Tom. There you go. So, gets very awkward there.
All right, well, let's start the comedy. Here we go.
Here's Willie Griswold to make us laugh.
Well, I know Dean, your dad isn't around. So we're really out.
Jessica, your dad's still with us, isn't he?
He's still around.
Yeah.
And you talk about your dad and how
A lot.
offended he gets when you talk about what you do with your boyfriend up against the wall.
Up against the
Well,
wall.
of course.
I still haven't heard from him after the how I won't dress like Princess Leia in the gold bikini anymore because I won't dress as anything that my dad may have whacked it too. I haven't heard from him since.
Then. All right.
Yeah, your dad sounds like a very smart guy.
Wow. So
too smart.
now, Willie, we've been trying to catch up with you to see what's going on. You're by yourself in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm all alone up here, and I was trying to think of some things I could do on the show, and I actually have a list of things that I think would be great segments for me to do on the show if you guys want to hear them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Exciting. Yeah.
Okay, so here's my first idea. I could do book reviews. How fun
How
would
about
that be?
that?
Okay. Wait a minute. Hold it.
We don't know. What kind of book?
Dismiss it out of hand.
We could do Willie's book club. Everybody does.
So let me. Okay, so are you reading a book right now?
I am rereading the graphic novel Watchmen. If that counts.
That's a great.
That's a wonderful
Absolutely.
one. Considered one of the greatest American novels of all time.
Have
even
you
though it's
seen Watchmen on HBO? It's
I love
really
it.
good.
I think it's
very
incredible.
Good. It's amazingly wonderful. Yes, it
Did
was.
I ever tell you about the night watchman at the Holiday Inn where I worked?
Oh, my God.
Eddie Sincere.
Says nothing.
Ladies and
tenuous at best. To this conversation.
God,
just
nothing to do with this conversation.
Shoehorn whatever anecdote he wants into.
How
So, back to a list of segments I think I could do on the show.
Okay, get back to it.
All right, yeah.
I could rank and review my siblings. I think that'd be fun.
That would be good, yeah.
I think it'd be great.
From 1 to 6, who's the best?
right.
Up next.
Now wait a second. Now you've got. Let's see. How many sisters do you have? 4. Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
so it was a 3-to-1.
4.
Guys in charge. Guys were leading 3-to-1, and then you turned around 3 more girls. So now it's 4-to-3.
That's right.
Okay,
4
that's
girls.
right.
Yeah.
Well, are you going to rank them by what? Intelligence? Or
Well, how much you like them, right, Willie?
Just whatever I feel that week. You know,
Yeah.
whoever's the best.
Who's the best this week? Who's the best?
in the details? That's got to be Finley.
Finn,
But
okay.
it depends. It goes week by week.
Oh, no, did you know that Finn's guitar came yesterday? And your old guitar teacher's about to start giving Finn lessons. Isn't that
See, that's
cool?
why Finn's the best. She's following in my footsteps.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, very good.
Up next, I think this would be great. Each week I could freestyle rap about politics.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Your dad hates politics.
We've been kind of
yeah.
trying to have fun with the politics
yeah.
thing by
Yeah.
not mentioning it, actually.
No,
so.
I'd love to hear it.
I've hated politics my entire life, and I hate them now more than ever.
Yeah.
I will say I was listening to the show yesterday. You did fire off a zinger at the president, so this has to go both ways. Okay, up next,
Yeah.
each week I could show off my hats. How fun is that?
Okay, yeah.
Wait a minute.
If you want to go back to politics, I will throw this one out. When it comes to playing guitar, nobody fingers that fretboard like Joe Biden.
Here's the thing.
There you go.
I don't know if you know this about me, Willie, or not. I've known you since you were born, and I don't think you do know. But if the joke you're telling has the punchline with the word hat in it,
Yeah.
I am laughing hard. There's something about the word hat that makes me laugh every
Willie,
time.
do you have quite a collection of hats?
I don't know. Do I? Look at that. What a fun hat that is.
What is that?
What is that?
This is a hat from a brewery in Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Are they all liquor-related hats?
A lot of them are actually.
Do you have like
this one?
Do you have a sombrero?
I don't have any sombreros.
Oh.
No, I
With
don't
that
have
mustache, you should get one.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
You know what?
You set yourself up.
Have you watched Narcos yet on Netflix? You kind of look like
Pedro Pascal?
El Padron or Escobar.
I assume that's a very handsome, thin man.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Okay, next up on things I could do on the show, I could tell all my father's biggest secrets.
I don't think we need to discuss any more.
We are done.
That's it.
Just give us
That's
one.
it.
Give us one.
Just
right
give us
now.
one?
Yeah.
One secret.
I've already checked the box in the will.
Do it anyway, Willie. He's kidding. He's bluffing.
I don't know any real secrets, just small things like where the Playboys were hidden when I was a child.
Oh, now that's interesting. Where were they?
Look at him. He's like, I didn't have
quiet.
boys.
No, it's fine. It's a joke. They were just at the radio station. I'm not a monster.
Oh, that's true.
No,
They were back in the
men's club.
In the men's
Yeah.
club. We used to call it the men's club. Yeah.
You know, there's still there's still tons of them in the men's club back there.
Oh,
Really?
there is? I haven't been back there for
The men's
years.
club. It was there's an engineering. The oldest part of this building is the engineering building.
Used to be a transmission
Does
site
that-
for a TV station at one
Yeah.
point.
Does that toilet still work back there?
Yeah. Oh, and then our chief engineer, who's a brilliant engineer, in all truth, installed the most powerful exhaust fan that is legal.
It moves the most.
No kidding.
Air.
Yeah, I mean, if you were,
air.
if one day we'll take a break and we'll take a cell phone back there.
Yeah.
It is so loud, it's like you're on the tarmac at an airport with propeller planes. And it, but the men's club, they called it, and I don't want to mention any names. Jay Baker installed a magazine rack, and he had all kinds of exotic magazines back there. And I dare I say, one of the magazines, you'd go back in there.
Oh, no.
He actually had a magazine, I'm not joking, it was called Anal Biker.
Wow.
And it was like, am I right, it wasn't like $50?
Oh, my gosh.
It was like big time
Are you
bootleg.
kidding?
Wow. Somebody had quite a collection.
We
back
do
there.
have the fan from back there, actually.
We do?
We recorded it a long time ago. Yeah.
Whoa, listen to that.
There you go.
It's louder than that. It actually is louder than that. Because you used to come in here, you would come in here every morning because you were living with me, and so you'd come into the radio station at 4 and 5 a.m. And I didn't know you knew about the men's club. You were supposed to use the men's room down by the air booth.
I wasn't doing my homework. I was having a lot of fun.
You know that when you find out about that, you think you invented it.
Oh, sure.
That like 2-week window of, oh my God, does everybody know about this?
Yeah,
no idea.
I was one of the only people that was lucky enough to have that window before school.
There you go.
You guys used to get up and come in super early. Mm-hmm. So that's probably why you did so well in school, because you had that 2-hour window to do your homework.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone knows that I always did very well in school. That's true.
I was talking about Sam.
Yeah.
Who are some of the famous people you met? Didn't you meet Dolly Parton one morning?
Oh, yeah, I met Dolly Parton. I met...
I bet you whacked it that day, yeah?
Yeah, I was trying to be a little more delicate, for God's sake.
Hey, we started with Dead Dads, ended up with Jerking Off.
It's a Dolly Parton.
It's another successful show. How do you guys get all the awards?
Well, we have our kids come on and tell them when they masturbate. All right.
What musicians did you get to meet when you were coming in high school?
I don't know. Brian Setzer, is that his name?
Oh, yeah.
Great, super nice guy and a great guitar player.
Peter Frampton.
Yeah,
that was the coolest day of my life, Peter Frampton. Ted Nugent, also Weird Morning.
Oh, that was the potato launcher day, wasn't it? Didn't we do a potato launcher with him?
No, we did a bow and arrow day.
Oh, it was a bow and arrow? So we know we did something outside.
Yeah, we did.
I just remember that I fetched Ted Nugent a coffee for some reason, and then I had to bring this.
He had a bow up at your head and said, "Get me a coffee."
Ted Nugent, still one of my favorite guitar solos.
Oh, man.
Journey to the Center of the Mind.
Oh, I was thinking Stranglehold.
No, I love Ted Nugent. You remember his first band, Willie?
No.
Well, there goes $100. I was going to give you. The Amboy Dukes.
Let's face it.
Ted was probably, 16 or something? Oh, great solo. We'll have to dig that up and play a little bit of it for you.
Remember that food we used to have, Willie?
Yeah,
chicken
caterers.
pepperzini, the caterer, that Terry guy.
The meatloaf, the macaroni, and
We were trying to
cheese.
figure out if he was still alive, and if he is, we want to have him make Josh a meatloaf cake.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Terry.
One of my favorite radio stories is that John Panette came in, and there was this delicious cheesy potato casserole.
Oh, yeah.
And John Panette talked to me about the casserole for 10. This is the best casserole I've ever had. I love this casserole.
Yeah.
And then he kept saying, you know what it's made out of? Angels.
We need to get him back in here.
No, sadly,
he's dead.
God, just your whole thing today.
We need Terry's
Somebody
cookbook.
mentions your dad's dead, and the next thing you know, dead. John Panette was such a great guy, and
nice.
Well, if we can't get him, how about Kevin Meaney? He could come.
Oh, come on!
Certainly, yeah.
Oh, it's really unbelievable, isn't it?
Get all our favorites.
Just terrible people, awful human beings.
Kevin's laughing. He's up there with
No, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's in a box. Can't move his arms.
He's in heaven. What's wrong with you? My God.
You know what? This is my favorite part of the show. In correcting Josh and I, Tom says something that's infinitely more offensive than anything we've ever said.
Greg Warren put it best one morning. He goes, man, I say something. Tom goes, you can't say that. And then says something infinitely worse.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
You figured it out after all these years.
Holy hell.
If you're looking for something to do today, Google John Panette and watch some of his comedy.
It's wonderful.
He was the funniest guy.
That buffet bit was legendary. Legendary.
Yeah, but it was very funny when he would talk about food. I took him to a really nice steak joint when he was here, and talk about a guy who would take a menu seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And the waiter comes up and he's got 50 different questions. This was John Panette. He really, really loved his food.
And I bet he fought you for the bill. A generous man. He really.
Yeah, no, I was fortunately, I had already cleared that, so I was able to pay. But what a great guy.
Yeah.
So, Willie, what other topics? You want to save them for next time?
Yeah, I say next time we just play a multiple choice game. How about that?
No, I like this game. This was fun.
Well, can you give us a preview of your next game?
Yeah, next time we're going to play Lions, Tigers, or John Cougar Mellencamp.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
That's going to be confusing. Well, thank you very much, Willie. We have a lot to get to here.
You're welcome.
Hang up the phone. That was Willie, my son, one of my sons, on the track phone hotline. And the Zoomer thing, whatever it's called.
Yep, the old Zoomer.
Yep.
Zoomer.
Whatever, Zoomer.
Zoomeroo. Zoomer. I can't keep
Karen
up with all this
Zoomer.
stuff.
That's right. Way to go, Karen.
Now, ZipRecruiter is out there right now, and we've talked about ZipRecruiter for many years from the point of view of someone trying to hire new people. Well, the world of jobs right now is so confusing because there are things that are, in fact, opening up and things that are, in fact, closing down. This is where ZipRecruiter can come in very handy on both sides of that particular situation. ZipRecruiter is working with you to find the right job faster, dedicated to helping you get hired right now, from caretaking to delivering food and goods to perhaps building medical facilities. Who knows? There's lots of stuff going on out there, but finding it can be very difficult. ZipRecruiter's app will send you up-to-date job openings so you can be one of the first to apply. So check out ZipRecruiter, Z-I-P, ZipRecruiter. They'll invite candidates to apply for your most urgent roles if you're hiring. If you've got openings out there and need to get people, ZipRecruiter, just ask around and you'll find out. Everyone will tell you it is the fastest and easiest way to reach the people you need. Remember back in the day, you'd go into the laundromat and there'd be that piece of paper up there with a job opening, a little fringe, and all the phone numbers written sideways. Those days are over. You want to connect the way we all connect now with the beauty of the internet. Connecting with people is what ZipRecruiter does, and they do it best. Let's work together with ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter.com/work together for more information about maybe finding someone good that you need, or if you need someone to find you. ZipRecruiter.com/work together. We're coming right back with Today in History, right, Christy?
That's right.
It's
at
the
least one thing.
Most important day in your life.
One of the most important days of my life.
Okay.
Also, it could be one of your 3 weddings.
No.
Sorry. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter @Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, technical people. The Bob and Tom app is available in your iTunes or Google Play Store. Just go there and get it. It is free. Let your friends, your neighbors, your relatives know all about it. You can tune into your local station. Listen to Bob and Tom 24/7. You can even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. How cool is that? It's the Bob and Tom app, and it's free. Check it out today. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee, and this is your Bob and Tom Sports Update. California Governor Gavin Newsom has given the go-ahead for professional sports teams in the state to play without spectators soon. The governor said yesterday that sports could return in the first week or so of June without spectators and modifications and very prescriptive conditions. It's extremely welcome news for teams who are wondering if they would have to make contingency plans to play elsewhere. The return of live golf to television had a total audience delivery of 2.35 million viewers. Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson defeated Ricky Fowler and Matthew Wolff in the tailor-made driving relief. The exhibition raised at least $5.5 million for virus relief funds. NBC Sports says the total audience delivery 16% higher than the final of the Dell Match Play last year in Texas. And a move to ban the use of saliva to shine a cricket ball because of the danger of transmitting COVID may force bowlers to relearn or reinvent one of the sport's most prized but least understood skills. The International Cricket Council's Cricket Committee, comprising a roll call of former top players, has recommended on medical advice that spit polishing the ball during matches should be prohibited while the coronavirus pandemic persists. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
With us in the studio, comedian Bobcat Goldthwait is here with us. Once again, good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning.
Weren't you featured in?
Oh, yeah.
Hot
yeah.
to Try.
Yeah, right out of the gate, bring up my porn past.
No, that's not what I meant. I was just trying to be.
No, that's all right.
He's not.
I'm not making that up, Bob.
You don't finish a Hot to Trot and go, wow, we're not going to get one better than that. No. I'm kind of.
I know you think he's being a smart aleck, but he loves talking horses. He really does.
Yeah. If I was Tom Hanks, you'd be going, hey, I really love Turner and Hooch. That's nice that you went Oscars. Do you know what I mean?
Bobcat Goldthwait is our guest. I truly did.
You like it? Hot to Try? All right. Well, that put me in comedy jail. That movie.
Yeah, I like goofy movies.
Now, I didn't see Phantom Menace or the Attack of the Clones because I'm 40 years old and I've been laid. So, Star Wars, The Lord of the Rings, none of that stuff really. But like a jerk, I went to the Star Wars re-release and they had added a couple scenes with the computer-generated image of Jabba the Hutt, right? And like, I'm a nerd, but this audience is like uber nerds who had memorized every damn frame of the movie, and they go nuts when Jabba the Hutt shows up because he's a computer-generated Jabba the Hutt. I don't know what their beef is, but they're like going fake. Fake. This is true. Fake. Like the movie's gonna go, oh, you caught us. And finally, I snap. I go, yeah, Jabba's fake. He's not like the real Chewbacca. Listen, you nerds, this is all fake. It's in outer space. None of it happened. And if it did happen, there wouldn't be any explosions because outer space is a vacuum, and that means it's void of oxygen. And in order to create a fire, you need oxygen. In fact, in real space, the sound can't even travel in a pure vacuum. You would just have spaceships silently firing missiles into other craft, and they would implode and spin off course. That's the worst thing that could happen, you nerds. Actually, that's not what I really said.
I know what you really said.
I thought, later on I'm much clever. What I really said was, have any of you nerds ever seen a vagina? Could you pick a vagina out of a police lineup? If I had a vagina and a donut and a mop, could you tell me the difference between these things? Because the day you actually see one, you're going to throw that stormtrooper cookie jar right out the window. You're going to go, what was I thinking about? I go, I don't know. We've been trying to tell you about it for years.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Bruce Clark is our guest.
How about that Pictionary? You ever play that game?
Pictionary?
Sure. Yeah.
That's
We almost got in a fist fight over that, didn't we, Chick?
Yeah, we
Hey,
sure did.
and you play with your friends, they're always drunk, too. All your buddies are always loaded up. Playing there.
Hey, 946 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
I feel like breaking out the Indy 500 classic songs like Just a Mario. Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. There's a race. It's coming, just not this weekend. Christy Lee is right there. She's got an update on that weather forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Pretty much a soggy day today with a high of 66. Rain ends overnight, and then tomorrow cloudy 65. 61 now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee.
You're welcome, sir.
Back to the action, ma'am. Let's see now. Where are we? Oh, it's the Bob and Tom Show. I look around the room. It's kind of weird. Half the people are on
which part?
Big TV screens. It's like you're at some kind of weird security system sports bar.
Dude, it's all weird, man. It's all weird.
Life's weird.
Okay. In the Netto's shirt honoring the great American basketball.
It's a hat, not a shirt.
Hat. Oh, sorry. In the Netto's hat.
There you go.
I can't see everything.
Same thing.
It's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
You should
Did I tell you that?
positive thinking seminar.
I got my favorite coffee back.
Oh, my God.
Again?
Yeah. My Tinker coffee. Let's see. That's Pat Godwin in the Netto's cap. You can buy that, by the way, at the Bob and Tom store. It's a charity benefit for some aging guys that were great players in the ABA. Also, everything we're selling, you know this, Jessica, everything we're selling at the Bob and Tom store, we're giving the money to Feed America right now because there's people struggling to get food,
BobandTomStore.com.
should not be happening, and we're trying to help out. A drop on the bucket, but we're trying. You can help out if you want. Just go directly and make a donation. That'd be even better. Ace Cosby is our engineer. Chick McGee has his peculiar buttocks attached to the crazycockwine.com sports desk.
I see.
And that chair over there is the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair occupied by Josh.
Hi.
Christy Lee is all by herself behind the glass in the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. And I just found out that I purchased 1,000 styrofoam cups, not realizing that in that room there you've got like 1,000.
There's boxes of boxes of
I
cups.
thought we were running out of cups, so I brought these in today.
And he got you can have 2 drinks out of the cups he got.
Oh, he doesn't like the tall
likes
cups.
the small
He likes the small cups.
Shorty, tiny cups.
He likes a shorty.
Well, if I get a
That's
big
my
cup,
shorty.
I put too much coffee in it, then we have big problems.
Yeah,
like you just go 10 more times.
Yeah, not like. What do you mean? You're not going to drink less coffee if the cup's smaller.
Hey, come on.
There's no way.
Do you have your Today in History?
I do. We're going to have to put off the cursing thing.
Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow.
Wait a minute. What are we going to do? Yours?
Yes, but I didn't
Time
wanna-
now.
Oh, my God, Leonard.
I want him out of here.
I just only have one item
We
because I
actually
don't
need to
have the
windbag it
list.
because we said Anne Boleyn was executed on this date a few days ago. Actually, her trial began on the 15th.
Oh.
She was executed in 1536 on the 19th
Ah,
of
okay.
Oops.
And, of course, that's where they got the phrase Bolin.
That's right.
When her head rolled off the thing. I'm sorry. So you got something? What year?
31 years ago today,
Yes.
Roadhouse first premiered, starring Patrick Swayze, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Changed my life forever.
Really?
Oh, yes.
What do you love about Roadhouse the most?
Everything. Sam Elliott, Patrick Swayze, him doing kung fu with no shirt on. Come on. Or Tai Chi or whatever
I believe one
it
of the
is.
lines in that movie is I ain't got time to bleed or I don't have time
for
to
pain.
Yeah, I don't have time for pain. Something like
You know what Brad Wesley said? He brought the photo mat here. He brought J.C. Penney here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's all in the movie. That's an
Sadly,
actual
that
line.
one's closing.
Ask around. Yeah, he brought all the stuff that eventually closes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brad.
Well, if we're doing that on this date in 1977, another cultural
phenomenon,
I would say, Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, huge.
Just watched that the other day.
I think was
And
I
White
have a question-
Lightning.
I have a question about this.
What the hell's
year?
going on over there?
I'm trying to think here. What year did the CB craze hit? Because I remember Betty Ford was
first mama.
Was the first
76?
Yeah, along in there.
Yeah,
late
because
70s.
about right, yeah.
Yeah,
Jimmy
75,
Carter
76.
was okay.
You're going to ask.
Because I mean, Smokey and the Bandit had a lot of the CB
lingo.
A lot of the CB lingo. And did you ever have a CB, Jay?
I did not.
I did not, but your mom did.
What?
Now, your mom had a CD. Did she have a base station or was it in the car?
Yes. And every time somebody'd say anything back to her, she'd go, that witch laugh of hers.
Did she have
My
a handle?
neighbor had a base station.
Did she have a handle?
I can't really remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
What was your handle?
Black leather.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Black leather.
You think I just said that, not knowing we were going down the road to black leather?
I knew we'd end up right where we are.
You think I asked that not knowing where the banjo came from?
There you go.
Now, do you know what Evel Knievel was in CB lingo?
No.
It
What?
was a police officer mounted on a motorcycle.
Oh, really?
how about that?
I did
Well,
not know that.
we'll move on. Sorry, that was boring. I thought it was kind of fun. Also, in the world of movies, 1999, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace is released.
Your favorite, right? Isn't Jar Jar Binks
Jar Jar's
front and center in that?
I will defend Jar Jar Binks. I know that it's politically incorrect, and of course, everyone has to. Time now to review.
Time now for things we learned. Brought to you by Grainger. Keeps the products your facility needs for 90 years. That's Grainger. Come on back for black leather. Grainger.com for the ones who get it done.
My favorite line of it, I will defend Jar Jar Binks.
I think a lot of people didn't.
The CB was an early online dating, or a dating site?
Too politically correct.
The CB was the early version of the internet.
Yeah.
The early version of the internet. It was. I mean, I will defend Jar Jar Binks. Politically correct police out there that ruin everything.
And Star Wars Episode 3 also premiered today in 2005.
Thank you. That wasn't on my list, but thanks for making me look stupid. We found out in the world of cricket, you cannot spit polish the balls. This is apparently a big thing in India. I don't care. I don't care for spelling bees. I think they're a waste of time. Look it up. Sad news: Eddie Haskell is gone. The great Ken Osmond, nice guy.
Not really sad.
See ya.
How about you? How about you? Apparently catching on.
Oh man, taking this
cruise line buffets apparently a thing of the past for at least for a while.
Now that's those shirts. How about your shirts going?
And there is a place called St. Mellon's, and there's a couple of idiots. Look them up on the internet that robbed a store wearing helmets made out of watermelons.
Yep.
That's perfect. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.